Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Hey, Daddy.
Every day I'm hustling.
You fight with nobody.
This a dollar beat. This a dollar beat.
BoxingWords.com.
You won the belt with nobody.
Daddy.
BoxingWords.com.
This a dollar beat.
You never gonna get the fight, man. You're a horrible fighter. Payday,
BoxingWords.com.
payday. You want payday. I know that. Oh, look this guy. There's a plan to go for the belt, and I'm coming, man. I'm coming, my friend. Get the fuck out of here, man. Please, get the fuck out of here, man.
BoxingWords.com.
Because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
BoxingWords.com.
What up? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Ness GTO. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at Ness GTO, and I'm joined alongside Daniel Alvarez, Ringwalk Danny, and we're wearing matching colors. We're like a good old fashioned boy. Oh, look, on the split screen, we're actually not wearing the same colors.
In person, it looks more like it. You know, I'm like Kanye in the sense that I inspire,
Oh, okay.
and so it's all good.
Which is
bro.
funny that you took that route when I'm the one that woke you up. So how'd you inspire me?
You went switch clothes.
Okay. Speaking of inspiring, Canelo continues to inspire us to continue to talk about him because he doesn't have any, he hasn't made any decisions and there's so many options now. But Eddie Hearn himself believes that if Canelo wants a United Kingdom debut, then John Ryder's his guy.
No, absolutely. I mean, as I said yesterday on the show, I couldn't agree more. At a point in time, there was people like Rocky Fielding, Callum Smith, Billy Joe Saunders.
Mm-hmm.
But like Floyd Mayweather says, line them up, I'll knock them down like bowling pins. So is that Tank that says that? Who says that? Line them up, I'll knock them down.
Tank or Floyd, same camp in a sense.
Right, but so that kind of just leaves John Ryder. Canelo and his team have been vocal in the past about going to the UK to fight, about going to, Japan to fight. So why not? Why not go out there and, I think he'd do another 70, 80,000, no?
In the UK?
Yeah, man. The UK people, they love their boxing. And like I said,
only 7,000 people showed up for Ryder versus Jacobs.
But it's Canelo. And obviously, he hasn't been tested out there as far as, having fought out there before and seeing how many people he can draw. But I feel like the UK, the Brits, they're real diehard boxing fans.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said yesterday, a lot of them cannot afford to, buy plane tickets to come to the U.S., and, get hotel and fight tickets and everything. Obviously, our fight tickets are a lot more expensive than their tickets are out there. So why not? That'd be great for the sport. That'd be great for the British fans. And that'd be great for Canelo, right? Really go like on a world champion tour. Go out there to the UK, go to Nando's, eat some chicken, some peri-peri chicken, and just have fun with it.
I guess, man, but I never understood why Floyd didn't fight in the United Kingdom, and I'm wondering, is just the pay cut?
No, absolutely. I would absolutely agree, and I would also have to assume that a fight with Canelo in the UK would be pay-per-view there, pay-per-view here.
Mm-hmm.
So
Do you think really they'll sell us pay-per-view? I mean, Yeardom was DAZN subscription. It is pay-per-view in a sense, but a lot cheaper.
If they're saying, if they are saying that Tyson Fury and Dillian White,
don't do that. Dillian White and Yeardom are not on. Yeardom and Ryder are not on the level of Dillian White, who sold pay-per-views, has had a long-lasting feud with Deontay Wilder.
That's great.
He's more popular, is all I'm saying.
Than John Ryder.
By far.
And Canelo's bigger than Tyson Fury.
True.
You get what I'm saying?
True. Touche.
Canelo's also the more familiar fighter to the American public. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So his fight.
I just don't know. Isn't that 100%? What is that? 100? But that's not 10%. That's 100% hike up. You talking about 7,000 people went to see Ryder Jacobs, and you're saying 70,000 will be there.
I mean, yeah, it's Canelo, man. Like I'm telling you, the fans in the UK are diehard real fans. When they got Loma out there to fight Luke Campbell, you know, you had thousands at the public workout. Thousands at the public workout. This Canelo, bro. You know, people want to see, damn, who is this the guy that beat my Callum Smith? Is this the guy that beat my Billy Joe Saunders? Is this the guy that beat my Rocky Fielding? You get what I'm saying? So is this the same guy? People want to see him fight. And I really do believe he'd go out there and do 70,000 plus.
Wow. With John Ryder. I'm shocked. I didn't think that. I guess you don't need a name, you know. But I felt like Canelo not being from the United Kingdom needs at least someone, right? Like Tank at least fought what? Liam Walsh or Smith? Walsh, right?
No. Who? Tank?
Well, yes.
Yeah, Walsh. Liam Walsh, yep.
Okay, no one knew Liam Walsh, so that was all Floyd.
Yeah, but in the same sense, Tank wasn't at that level of popularity that he is now. Keep in mind.
No, of course.
That was his first title defense after beating Jose Pedraza.
Well, it wasn't a defense. He lost it on the scales, right?
No, he reweighed, made weight.
Oh, okay.
And then the next fight when he fought Fonseca on the Floyd Connor undercard is when he missed weight and lost it on the scales.
Yo, Big Matthew said, Ness, you tired? Drink some coffee. Nah, man, that's not tired. I'm well rested. This is exactly what the shirt says. Faded. Yeah, no, I'm nice. I'm right. Listen, I definitely caught up on sleep. So
nah, for sure. I think
even Danny passed out for like a whole day.
Yeah, what was that, Saturday night when you guys were out at the show? Mm-hmm. I told you I feel like I slept too much. Because yesterday I was just exhausted, like my body was sluggish. But Canelo, somebody says Canelo versus Eubanks would sell out, not Ryder. You know, I like that fight
and that's
more.
what I like that fight more.
I
but
like
again,
that fight more. But Eubank is at middleweight,
and he's with Boxer, which is with Sky, which is a competitor of DAZN UK. I just don't see that happening. But what do you think about Eddie Reynoso? Does he look at Ryder and want to give him the opportunity, or is it a Canelo thing? Does Canelo have to be like, yo, this is the guy for us to, well, damn, this is the guy for us to go ahead and get that UK debut?
You know, I think it is a good opportunity, but
why does he touch the mic so much, Trav?
I think it would be like a December fight. Kind of in the same sense of like yield him, like, cool, I'm gonna get you out of here quick. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, so you think he'll still do real fights on Cinco de Mayo and September?
Yeah, you know, those are the notorious Mexican holidays. Cinco de Mayo, the most infamous or famous to some civil war in the Mexican culture. And then obviously Mexican independence on September 16th and your very own Ringwalk Danny's birthday. Those are the Mexican holidays. He ain't gonna go to the UK on the Mexican holiday. He gonna keep it here.
Which means Charlo still has a shot then.
I like I said yesterday, I don't believe so because of his ongoing legal issues.
But if you got to fill 3 fight dates.
Maybe for September, yeah, not for May. For September, I could for sure see that, not for May.
Okay. So for May, who are we looking at then? If not Ryder,
I think
because you're assuming if Ryder does happen, that'll take place in the UK in December.
At the earliest.
All right, so that leaves a May date, which you are already singling out. You're crossing out Charlo. You're saying he's too hot.
Hot in the sense that he just has too much going on outside of the ring.
Yeah.
May I could see Bivol Bivol.
But if you go to 175, are you really coming back to 68?
I mean, that was the offer that was given, and I don't see them. You know what I'm saying? Like not having an issue with it. If he goes up to 75, which he's done in the past, by the way. If he goes up to 75,
yeah, but Bivol is no Kovalev, and Kovalev is no Bivol.
And Canelo,
except Kovalev might be more proven in the eyes of certain boxing fans.
Canelo's not the same Canelo that fought Kovalev. I feel like this is a smarter, much improved Canelo from then, but nonetheless,
more wear and tear.
He's coming off some rest.
Rest?
I mean, we last saw Canelo November, so it'll be 6 months in between his fights. We just saw him at the AT&T Pro-Am in Pebble Beach looking sensational.
Sensational because he was golfing.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, these Canelo fans are the worst.
We were watching it for a little bit, so he did
We
good.
were watching it, or you were forcing me to watch it?
I was forcing you to watch, but, you didn't close your eyes. But, what I'm getting at, he's had 6 months. It'll be 6 months in between fights. So I think he'll have plenty of rest. On top of that, Eddie offered Bivol first for a reason. He knows.
Yeah, but that's all he had. He didn't know Ryder was going to win.
He didn't. But he knows that fight could happen in May, and Triple G could happen at 168 in September. And now with John Ryder.
So I get it. If Canelo's going to move up to 75 sooner rather than later, do it in May versus Bivol. Go back down versus Gennady, who's older. And then stay at 68, you're saying, with Ryder.
Yeah, and then, it's being reported that Beterbiev and Joe Smith will be fighting at the end of June. So it would be like in between Canelo fights. But then that gives them the option, because if you have a guy if you have Beterbiev hypothetically win, that give you the option, maybe we go to Russia in December.
Canelo. In Russia.
Why not?
We just seen what happened to Jacobs. I mean, we're giving John Ryder credit.
I'm just saying.
We're giving John Ryder credit, brother, but there are people out there that felt that Jacobs deserved the decision.
No, I hear you. All I'm saying is that now that puts Canelo in the position of even more opportunities or options moving forward. Do I want this easy work at 68 in the UK and make you wait for undisputed at 75? Do I want you, instead of Ryder, US or elsewhere? I'm not gonna lie, Beterbiev win and that fight gets spoken about. I could see that fight very well in the Middle East.
I don't know that Canelo would be going to Russia, but you never know what type of money is offered to him, and that's how decisions are made, But we got some super chats here. We got Fred Robinson. Shout out to you. Good morning. Thank you for the love and for wanting to participate. He says, every reason to fight Ryder is the same reason not to fight Andrade or Charlo or Benavidez. Thinking emoji. I don't know what he means by that, because Ryder has a win over Jacobs. That's not what Andrade has, or Benavidez, or Charlo. Jacobs would have been the biggest win on all three of those men's resumes.
I was just gonna ask you that.
Of course it would
I
have.
was just gonna ask you. You know, would that be the biggest win for Boo Boo or Charlo or Benavidez?
Of course.
So-
Anthony Durrell is a one-time champ, and maybe he's a two, but in no way, no one is saying he's had more of a declarated career than Jacobs. It's just not true. Jacobs has done more and been in bigger fights, and he's been on that level. Jacobs has been on that level. He's fought, Gennady, Canelo, Derevyanchenko, Julio Cesar Chavez, Gabriel Rosado, Dimitri Pirog, Ishe Smith, Fernando Guerrero, and I'm not even using fucking BoxRec.
Peter Quillen.
For the dude Sergio Mora, the snake twice. Like negative, man. Negative. That's the biggest win on all three of them dudes' resume. They should afford it. See, one dude was saying that's his nephew or his cousin. You know what I'm saying?
Who that?
The other dude never would look for that energy after he got ran down on in the Barclays. He should have been asking for that fight every day from Al. Let me get that fight. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't think anybody's ever even mentioned it to Benavidez.
We got Ike Official with the super chat. He say UK fans love Canelo out here. They'll turn up.
I mean, 70,000 though, Ike. That's my question. Like, can Canelo come from another country and do AJ numbers?
You got to understand.
Do Carl Froch numbers?
70,000 at a fraction of the price that they would have paid out here.
They being UK people.
Yeah,
I hear you. But I mean, look, I gotta see it to believe it.
I was there for Fury Wilder 1 in LA, right? Pre-COVID.
We was there. I was there with you.
You was there. I was there. We both was there. Bro, 9,000 Brits, like 8,000 or 9,000 Brits
at the weigh-in.
At the fight.
Oh.
Showed up
because it was deep at the weigh-in.
It was deep at the weigh-in. It was deep at the fight.
Yeah. Well, Alexander Wilson says Canelo versus Bivol in May, GGG in September, Ryder in December. So he agrees with you because that's how you laid it out.
Absolutely.
And from a weight perspective, if you're gonna go up, you go up versus Bivol. You could even come in a little light so you could be faster. Then you transition back down to 68.
See, and that's the thing too. Bivol is the only person at 175 that spoke about coming to 168.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we need that belt.
No, I hear you. What I'm getting at is he ain't a big light heavyweight.
Mm-hmm.
So even if Canelo come in light, you get what I'm saying? They could be, even if they come in light, it ain't like Bivol will blow up too much. And if they really want to be, smart about it, because why not? Because you're Canelo and you can do it. But you could set a catch weight, 72, 73, if you really wanted to. I'm not saying that he will. But that definitely is an option. And a few people, so somebody mentioned the fight, or some names in the chat that I actually like, should they have a bit more of success?
Okay.
For a UK debut for Canelo and Anthony Yarde and Joshua Buatsi, obviously that would be a light heavyweight. So if you hold off...
Neither of those guys are more popular. Neither of those guys are more... First of all, Yarde doesn't have a bigger win than Daniel Jacobs, and neither does Buatsi.
No, and that's what I'm saying. I think the name prior to Saturday was more appealing than John Ryder.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying?
But that's done. Ryder didn't fail in his big shot. Yarde did.
Yeah, no, and I do like Buatsi more than I like Yarde.
Yeah, well, I mean, no one's believed in Buatsi. Yarde and Buatsi have had a feud for many, many years, and Yarde went on to fight Lyndon Arthur twice and Kovalev, while Buatsi's still fighting guys I've never heard of.
No, for sure. Obviously,
Being coddled over there with Virgil.
Sergey TKO'd Yard, and then
In a very entertaining fight that Yard almost won.
no, for sure. And that was obviously the Crushers fight right before Canelo. Mm-hmm. And then, it was a very close split decision fight with Lyndon Arthur. So, like I said, I think the first time around, he's obviously knocked him out the second. I think that Buatsi right now, 15-0.
The chat is mad. They're saying Yard is way bigger known, more known than Ryder. And that's cool. That's cool. But none of them dudes have a win as big as Ryder's. And after Saturday, I'm sure Ryder's stock will rise. I know how the UK operates. They ride for their guys, and if you win, forget about it. They're all in. They're all in.
Yeah.
So believe me, they'll be showing up for Ryder moving forward. Buatsi on the other hand, is like, come on, bro. It's like he's been idle, man. He's 15 fights only. How long has he been pro?
Buatsi?
Yeah. They're gonna call me a hater, but that's the truth teller right there.
4 years. 4 years.
Look at that. How many years has Shakur been pro? What year? So what year Olympics was that?
2016, same as Shakur.
All right then.
Shakur got less fights though.
All right then. No, Shakur got less fights, more accomplished.
I mean, absolutely more accomplished.
Keep going though. Keep going through that 2016 crop. Wasn't Joette in that crop? And he already fought everybody? Navarrete and Shakur?
Yeah, I mean,
Keep going. Keep going to that 2016 crop. Who else was in that crop?
Who else came out of 16?
Jared Anderson, right?
Clarissa.
Let's not even talk about all she's done. No, I'm telling you.
I hear you. So,
hey, Brad Savage, yeah, it's an easy payday that he deserves. He just undisputed a division.
I was
I
was wrong.
John Ryder is no different than a Jack Catterall.
Shakur got 17 fights.
There you go.
I don't know why he was at less.
There you go. But I mean, I bet you named some more 16 Olympians. JoJo was 12. So who was it? Oh, Balderas. Was he 16? But he ain't doing that well.
Yeah, I mean, he was.
But at least he took his step up, didn't he? No, he just lost on an upset, right?
Carlos Balderas?
Yeah, he lost on an upset. But yeah, man.
And if you go back and listen to what I said should they accomplish more? Yeah, Balderas.
No, of course.
Balderas got knocked.
I'm just reacting to the chat that and look, I'm not saying you guys are wrong. I believe you. It's your country. I just I didn't know the Yard was that big over there.
Yeah, but he already got 2 losses.
Who, Yard?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he lost once to Lyndon Arthur. So, people that's like, oh, but Ryder lost to Fielding. Okay.
The one I really like,
Yard lost to Arthur.
The one I really like, I just can't see happen.
Big Nick is saying people would turn out for Canelo in the UK, but I'm not sure he could do 70,000 unless it was with Yard or Buatsi. Yo, why they keep throwing Buatsi name? But did Buatsi win a gold or something out there? Because I know he was an Olympian. Did he win gold? Because I mean, why are they keep like Buatsi?
Maybe
is it because he signed to AJ? They like in love with him?
Maybe it has a lot to do with the fact that he is undefeated. I want to say all but 2 of his fights have ended in knockout. Like you mentioned, he is signed or managed
by AJ.
Yeah. So he was a bronze medalist in 2016.
Okay, bronze.
So
shout out Deontay Wilder, the bronze bomber.
Shout out to Wilder. But the fight I was gonna say is I really like that Eubank fight.
Yeah, me too. And that's a perfect fight to make a UK debut because that's a name in the UK. That is a name that is known for generations there. So it's a better fight, honestly. And he's a free agent. He don't got to do all his business with Eddie. He could still have Eddie promoted. Like, be my promoter, right? And you just can't broadcast it on DAZN.
So for my UK people in the chat, please comment. Would y'all say that Eubank is the more attractive name out of Ryder coming off a Daniel Jacobs win?
Yard and Buatsi.
So out of those four, Ryder, Buatsi, Yard, and Eubank, which one is a more attractive name to the fans out there?
Real quick, we got a super chat from Big Matthew that says Frank Warren, AJ Usyk, 600,000 buys instead of the expected 1.2 million. DAZN's highest losses for any UK startup company in history. Late to file accounts also. I mean, I know that Frank Warren has something to say about that. And my thing is, there's plenty of reports on Frank Warren's, finances. So I don't get involved in that. Businessmen are businessmen. They're going to do what they need to do. And that is what it is, Whether or not they're losing money until they pack up the doors and are gone, we gotta just leave it at that.
Everybody's saying Eubank. Everybody's saying.
Well, we're
Eubank.
gonna do a poll and see. What was your question here?
Bigger name.
Who's the bigger name, or what's the better fight?
Bigger name. Eubank Jr., Yard, Buatsi, or Ryder.
So who's the bigger name in UK?
Yeah.
In the UK fight game or just the UK?
Just in the UK.
Okay. And you want Eubank.
Uh-huh.
And then we're going with?
Ryder. Buatsi, and Yard.
Man, I can't spell Buatsi. What is that? B-U-A-S-T-I?
No, I think it's B-U-A-T-S-I.
B-U-A-T-S-I.
And then Yard. With an E at the end.
Yardy. Ask the community. Let's see what they say. What's the bigger name? I'm telling you, it's got to be Eubank, bro. He's the bigger name. His father's been in the game.
Yeah, I said,
he's even more of an appealing guy. Like, he's gonna sell the fight more. Buatsi he's so calm and quiet.
Like I said,
I mean, I like Yard though. I guess Yard would do well.
Yeah, it's just the fact that those two losses, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, go back and listen to my words.
Yo, but why you keep bringing up these losses like losses matter? I thought we was trying to be better than the UFC. Better than us.
Can I finish?
Oh, all right.
Go back and listen to what I said before I'm sure people have already commented in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
I said, should they get a bigger win?
Who? Yard and Buatsi?
Absolutely.
What would that bigger win be for you? I mean, he just knocked out Arthur. He coming off a knockout.
That's great.
He avenged the loss by knockout.
What's your point?
Hey, man. Okay, well, the other point is that everybody knows when you're talking about Yard,
I said that, where the A side? Where the A side?
He's the A side, bro.
Ain't nobody the A side against Canelo.
He's the A side. When it comes to those names, he and Eubank, to me, are the most appealing. To me. If you're watching this on YouTube, stop being lazy. Hit that thumbs up button. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. It's going to put this episode in the eyes of other boxing fans that are looking for a daily morning show. We are the Breakfast Club of Boxing, literally at this point, because we get up every day to make sure we go live at 6 a.m. while you're driving to work.
And a big win to me would be somebody like maybe like a Marcus.
Caleb Truex.
Marcus Brown.
Marcus Brown coming off a Better Beef knockout?
Marcus Brown, who has beat Badu Jack.
What about John Pascal off of Testing Hot? Coming in hot.
You could say John. You could say
he's pretty old though, right?
You could say Gilberto Ramirez.
You mean Gilberto?
Gilberto.
Gilberto.
It's definitely Gilberto.
Gilberto.
Okay.
I'm going to Google. We going to Google. Gilberto.
Gilberto. Trying to tell the Mexican how to speak
Gilberto.
a Mexican name.
Gilberto. We don't believe you, bro. You lucky. We don't believe you. Let's see here. What does Google say?
Gilberto Ramirez.
Exactly.
Bro, that was a guy named Todd or Chad. That was a guy named Todd or Chad, bro. Come on.
Exactly.
Gilberto Ramirez.
Exactly. Let's see. Where could we find
You really stuck on this Gilberto.
Oh, you don't. Oh, because I wanted to see if someone says it in Spanish. I never heard it like that. Gilberto.
Look on YouTube for a Spanish interview with Gilberto Ramirez.
With Gilberto.
Here, take a listen.
Uh-oh. Young Trav.
Did it say it? Hold on.
Nope.
Trav just wanted a little.
Wait, here it is.
10 seconds on the show.
Gilberto Ramírez.
Do it again, Trav. Do it again. Why was it so slow?
Gilberto Ramírez.
Yo,
Gilberto Ramirez.
I put it into Google Translate and then
Yo.
It's Gilberto essentially.
Yo, you win a t-shirt.
Baby.
You get a t-shirt.
Baby. I know that.
I mean, not from me, but I'm just saying you get a t-shirt.
From who?
One day, someone will give you one. Yo, Gilberto Ramirez. Why is all your G's H's over there?
Not all of them. Like cat is gato. You looking at that poll? 84%.
Wow, 5% for Ryder, 5% for Buatsi. That goes to show where Buatsi's at.
I hear you. 6% now. 7 for Yard. 83% for Eubank Jr. so far. 4 minutes in, 87 votes. I like it. They say Danny put Ness on a poster. Danny right, Ness.
What did he write about?
Everything.
What did he write about? Who said Danny's right? I don't even see. You're just saying stuff. Okay, that was D Nice. But what are you talking about, D Nice? What did you write about?
Brandon said Danny put Ness on the poster.
Whoa. What poster?
That's a sports term. Like, I bodied you.
What?
I'm right. You was wrong.
Right about what? I'm the one said Eubank. Like, what are we talking about here? I've been wanting a Eubank fight.
Nah, about how to properly speak.
Oh, yes. I mean, okay, I'm not Mexican. Excuse me.
Somebody said Charlo getting arrested is not an excuse for Canelo to duck.
Well, I mean, I kind of thought that yesterday when we were talking about it. I'm glad he brought it up because I'm like, damn, Danny, I thought all publicity was good publicity.
Bro, if you have ongoing legal matters that you don't know if it may prevent you from traveling.
Okay, but stop there. Why would it prevent him from traveling?
What you mean? You don't know what's gonna come from this? You catch a felony assault, you don't know what's gonna come from that? You don't know what the legal...
Yeah, but why are we acting like you can't get out on bail and, fight your case from the outside and you have a lawyer and they give you a date and it takes time for indictment and it takes time for you to even start to go to court. And then when you get a court date, you can ask for an adjournment. You can ask for a million... it doesn't even have to be an adjournment. There can be a million reasons why your lawyer can ask for more time.
All I'm saying is...
I mean, let's not forget the Floyd Mayweather incident. Wasn't he given more time so that he could specifically fight in Las Vegas before turning himself in?
Right, but see, the difference is things is kind of backwards. Floyd would pick... He chose. He was the A side. What it is that he did. So if somebody gets called in as a B side with that opportunity, they're gonna take it. Canelo Why would Canelo's team risk? I want that fight to happen.
I'm just saying, if Canelo's picking Charlo for May, Charlo's incident isn't going to stop him from being able to fight on Cinco de Siete. Because it won't be Mayo. It'll be, it will be Mayo, but it won't be the 5th. But it won't stop him from fighting. And his lawyer came out and said, what? That this is just a mere attempt to shake Charlo down for money.
So why didn't Tank fight Rolly last, Nuss?
Because Showtime was feeling the heat of that situation. It wasn't. Remember that situation was a bit more sensitive. You know that was a woman. But that was a woman accusing
numerous.
Him. Exactly. It was numerous. First, and they didn't jump on it right away. It is as more people came out. They were forced to because people were retweeting it. You know, we live in a.
I hear you for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we live in a world right now where, like, if a corporation like Showtime doesn't respond to people on Twitter asking these questions, it can get ugly. And lucky for Rolly, you know, shout out to him, and nothing came from it. And
now he's gonna get that opportunity.
Hopefully, Tank looks to be
Trav
in.
Yes, sir.
Can you go to Nuss?
All right, yeah.
This coffee caught up to me.
Uh-oh.
It's just me and you, Ness.
Oh, wow. On air. Coffee caught up to him.
Should we cut to the bathroom cam?
Make sure that he doesn't have his wireless mic on. We don't want to hear. But yeah. Oh, man. Let me get to these super chats. I think I got some here. We stopped at Big Matthew. We got Gil Lopez that says, Ness, what Super Bowl numbers versus Canelo numbers seats? Are we talking ticket sales for the Super Bowl? I don't even think they could be compared, bro. According to Danny, those seats are expensive, man. I mean, you heard him talking about millions of dollars for those boxes, so I don't know, man. I don't think the Super Bowl, and you got to understand, Canelo fights, it's not a Super Bowl. It's just a Canelo fight. It's like a Super Bowl in boxing was, you know, Mayweather-Pacquiao, and I will say based off numbers, Mayweather-Canelo, Mayweather-McGregor, and you see the common theme? Mayweather and someone else. I guess back in the day, Tyson was Super Bowls, you know, but I don't know that just any fight was a Super Bowl, you know what I mean? Those are unique and once in a, I mean, look, right now, is Charlo Canelo a Super Bowl? I don't know. I don't want to say no, bro, you know? And then it turns up being something crazy that we haven't seen in a long time. You know, if Charlo and Canelo can get above that million mark, it shows boxing and pay-per-view isn't dead, you know? So it's gonna be interesting to see what direction they take. Oh, call him Rapi though. Let me see here. We got Brandon, and he says, okay, so Brandon is saying, build your current day Super Bowl boxing card, 4 fights plus 2 prelims. And this is from Dan Canabito of CompuBox. So I guess he's saying he's trying to make a Super Bowl card. And again, that's not a Super Bowl to me. Canelo Beterbiev is not a Super Bowl fight. Yes, I see that there's more fights on the undercard, but this is not a Super Bowl fight. Look at this, Danny. Just the main event. Like, how do you even make that the main event over fucking Fury Usyk, which would be a undisputed, or over Spence Crawford, which would be an undisputed? And let me tell you, Spence Crawford has been a fight people want more and longer than Canelo Beterbiev. Like, get that shit out of here. And Tank Garcia, is he talking about Ryan? Why the fuck they keep putting Ryan in big fights, bro? Like, this is crazy, man.
So for me,
But no, don't finish. He says the prelim would be Michaela Mayer versus Baumgartner, which is a good fight and should be happening in real life. And then Inoue and Donaire too, I guess. But like, let's be real. Let's be real. People are gonna give Inoue all this credit for being this fake monster when he's about to beat and struggle with like a 38-year-old Donaire.
And I don't know that he beats him. We've only seen Donaire get better since the first fight. You know, to me, I wouldn't. I don't know if he's going on his pay-per-view, if he's going in order, but Canelo wouldn't headline that to me. Canelo would probably be like the second fight on the pay-per-view portion. I think.
Oh, because of that fight though.
Because of the fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not a Canelo Super Bowl. Like, you can't put Canelo in a fight with better beef when you got better fights on the card.
No, you can. I would just put Fury Usyk
above it.
I would put Spence Crawford above it, and then
it could go. It could definitely go in front of Tank Garcia.
And then see, I would do Tank Loma. I would do Tank Shakur, honestly. Tank Shakur to me is a hell of a fight.
Let me get a screen share. So this is what we're discussing here. This is an alleged super card that would be considered a Super Bowl boxing card. I don't know. You know, again, I wouldn't put Canelo better beef there. I don't even think that I would have that fight. You know, I would if we're not trying to make Canelo the main event, I would have Canelo in the Charlo or the Benavidez fight. You know, Fury Usyk, I don't even know that I want to see that fight, man. Honestly, I'm not like big on that fight. That fight hasn't drawn me in because I'm still like, I'm flippily floppy on this Usyk guy, man. I'm like, did he really beat Joshua, or is Joshua like, you know, a little bit in his head? That's how I'm with it, man. Spence Crawford, I love it. I want it. Tank Garcia, that's not what I want. Tank Haney, not Tank Garcia. Tank Teo.
Nah, I don't even want to see that. Give me Tank Haney, Tank Loma, or Tank Shakur.
Wow, so Loma could get a shot at Tank with a loss, but not with multiple losses, but not Teo?
I mean, he's not coming off the loss.
I hear you, man, but I'm just saying.
Just like Canelo Beterbiev wouldn't be for undisputed right now. Spence Crawford wouldn't be for undisputed right now. Fury Usyk would be for undisputed right now.
I mean, I'm assuming these fights would be for undisputed. Like, if we're doing Spence Crawford, it's because Spence already beat Ugas.
Well, I'm just saying, we reading it today. It was posted yesterday, so I'm speaking present day.
Yeah, okay. This guy just loves to be right, but I'm sure because it's a fantasy card, we weren't going to put this together today because Spence has a fight. So if you want to be technical, Spence can't even be in his list.
I mean,
neither could Fury.
You said David Benavidez could be in the running for.
He ain't got a fight announced. Different than Spence having a fight announced with a date.
David's posted it,
and he also posted in the same post. It's not announced. It ain't announced yet. I don't have a date. I don't have a venue. So come on, man.
He probably got that contract.
What contract?
I'm just saying he probably got a contract.
I don't know, man. Let me see. We got another one here.
I like what Brandon said. Canelo Benavidez. I don't know about that. Yeah, but he
stole mine. Usyk versus Wilder.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I like that. I like that. Is that Wilder's exciting? Excuse me. Those are the downsides to smoking. So yeah, Canelo Benavidez I like. Spence Crawford obviously we love. Usyk Wilder, I like that. Tank versus Thurman, give me that. Yes, give me that. For real. That's Super Bowl worthy. Haney versus Lomachenko and Mayer versus Baumgartner. Why are you still in Canabito's Mayer's fight? That is actually a better card. You see what I'm saying? And I don't know that that's pay-per-view though. I mean, not pay-per-view. Obviously, it's pay-per-view. I don't know that it's Super Bowl. Is that a Super Bowl?
Which one?
Brandon's card. Because that's crazy how Mayer and Baumgartner make it to the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, Clarissa put boxing on her back It's because of her boxing, women's boxing's on fucking television. Who turned pro first, Katie or Clarissa?
That's a good question. I know Clarissa made her pro debut on the first Ward Kovalev fight, which was November of 2016.
Look at Mr. Almanac.
That was November 2016.
I was live at that fight.
2016.
We didn't meet, and oh wow, we would meet 2 years later in the same city. That's crazy. You were there and I were there, and we didn't know each other.
Yeah, I was there as a fan. Certain fights I couldn't get tickets to or couldn't afford tickets to back then. So I would through the military I'd work security for free.
Nice.
So I was working security ringside.
Ooh.
At that fight.
You had the whole outfit?
I had a suit on, the little earpiece.
Oh, looking like Secret Service?
Yeah, so Katie turned pro.
When?
Ooh, you know what? So it was November 2016. It could have been the same day.
Wow.
It could have.
Wow.
I want to say Clarissa was a week earlier.
Was Katie televised? Was her fight televised?
I don't know. Yo no sé. But
because Clarissa's was
with
Franchon Cruz Dazn.
I don't know that it was.
Yeah, I watched it.
It wasn't. I thought they just showed the highlights.
Really?
Yeah, because that was a pay-per-view card. She for sure wasn't on the pay-per-view.
Well, I was there, so I guess I'm. Yeah,
Clarissa,
I was there at both, so I guess it's different for me.
I was right. Clarissa turned pro a week before Katie did.
So I was right. She put it on her back. Nah! She was the first to get back televised. That's what I'm telling you. But again, you're even questioning that she was televised.
For her pro debut, just for her pro debut.
I thought I seen it.
Because I remember.
Even though I was there live, I wonder if I feel like I watched it on a playback.
They might have had it. One thing I know for sure, that fight, being ringside, that fight, to me, seemed like the crowd was the loudest during that fight.
During Clarissa's?
Yeah. I could be wrong.
I can't even remember that. I was in this amazing, like, suite area. I don't even know. It was crazy, man.
Yeah, that was at the T-Mobile. Funny thing about the rematch,
and they had amazing Wi-Fi. I did it live from there and everything. It was crazy.
Funny thing about the rematch, that was 7 months. That was June of 17, and that was at Mandalay Bay. And I had got like a nosebleed ticket, right? My boy, I told you, called.
It wasn't in the same arena?
Nah, it was that was at Mandalay.
And that was what you said?
June of 2017.
Okay.
And it was like the day before Father's Day. And I ran into a guy I met at the first fight, and he had an extra ringside seat. I had a nosebleed.
Dang, he gave you a ringside.
He gave me the ringside, so 2 seats down.
Just cuz?
He recognized me. He's like, yo, my girl couldn't make it. I got this extra ticket. Where you sitting at?
Oh.
So, like, during the telecast for the main event, you see, like, Kathy Duva sitting next to me.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, Damian Lillard was sitting there. And I
don't know who's that.
I mean, he's an NBA star. Yeah, so you had
He's not a star.
He's definitely a star. You had Alexander Vosdick against Isaac Chilemba. On the pay-per-view, you had Maurice Hooker against Darley Perez. You remember that? It was a lot of controversy. People felt it was like a split decision draw, but people felt that Maurice Hooker lost to Darley Perez. You don't remember that? No?
Yeah.
And then you had Curtis Stevenson against James De La Rosa on that. Sonny Fredrickson was on that. Tyler McCreary was on that. And Darmani Rock was on that card. That was, like, looking back on it, it was some good names on the card.
Look at London Runs Boxing. Stay hating.
What'd he say?
Josh Taylor and Jonas was televised in the Emmys. Like, trying to say they started first, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm saying this one was, Clarissa was, her debut was televised.
They said, are you aware that Katie Taylor is bigger than Conor McGregor in Ireland? Bro, I ain't no Irish. I ain't never been an Ireland.
So why didn't it translate?
I don't see that being possible.
Yo, speaking of McGregor, have you seen his back and forth with? Let me pull it up.
Tyson
Right,
Fury. I sent
with
it to you. Yeah.
Mr. Fury. You sent it to me where?
On
Pre-pro?
the chat. Yeah, pre-pro.
Oh, but you talking about yesterday? Oh, here it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me get a screen share, Trav. So this is Tyson Fury and his back and forth with Conor McGregor. Nothing's gonna come from this. One guy's a heavyweight. One guy is a
Fight at 170. That's welterweight.
Does he even fight anymore?
I mean,
He seems to be deteriorated
well,
at this
he
point.
had a very big injury.
With the leg, right?
Yeah, we snapped.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back from that one, right?
You don't think so?
I don't know. That shit was weird.
I see him.
That
coming
shit
back.
looked crazy. It was like a rubber leg, the way it bent.
No, for sure.
It was nasty. But yo, you gonna be Fury or what?
I'll be Fury. What was he responding to? Because this what I saw, what I sent. But like, what originated from that? Because as you see, Tyson.
Yeah,
was
I don't know,
responding
man.
to something.
I it's been happening for a while, so not really sure. Not really sure. But I mean, it's just funny, you know. Conor is calling him all types of stuff.
Tyson. You can't go back. Like, did he respond to something? Like, I want to give them the full context.
Oh, do you? Do you?
You know, I think our fans
Deserve that?
Definitely deserve that.
Really?
As we have now over 200 votes on the bigger name in the UK. Eubank Jr. still with the big lead at 80%. Ryder coming in at 5%. Joshua Buatsi at 5%. Anthony Yard at 11% of the votes.
Buatsi and Ryder at the same. Oh, my man put all the mokies on his sweater right now.
No boogers on the sweater.
All wet spots.
This guy. This guy.
Yo, so I'm on his Twitter now. Let me see.
Somebody saying that he, being Tyson, tweeted about Habib, and that started it. I'm assuming he's referring. Could have been Conor.
Damn, he said Notorious has done more tapping than MJ's old dancing shoes.
Oh, man.
Yo, Tyson out here wilding. Look, see, look at Fury supporting John Ryder. Yeah, so I don't see where it's at, man. I think he's just getting at him. Look, it's right there. Come back with another one. Let me see. Replying to the Notorious one. The tweet was deleted. It was deleted.
All right, scroll up. So Tyson said, the man did it right, got in and won, and got out on top. Big respect, Team Habib. Obviously, Habib Nurmagomedov. You know, many people felt that he was the baddest.
Why, he retired?
Yeah, he retired.
Damn, so he got one win over McGregor and was like, I'm done?
Nah. He still had fights after. But so just to give the fans some context, he's Muslim, Habib that is, and his father was his trainer. So his father passed away, so he didn't want to continue fighting without his father. So he said that he felt that would be disrespectful to his father.
Oh wow.
So he stepped away from the sport. There was numerous meetings with Dana White trying to get him like, yo, you know, your father would want this. It didn't happen. So scroll down. So Tyson tweeted that it seems like there's been a tweet deleted by Conor McGregor because Tyson replies to that by saying, "Come back when you win a fight, mush. And the difference in me and you is I don't get myself in trouble. And people actually like me. You're just a bully who hit old men." And yes, big up to the Hulk, Joe. Hashtag more. What that say? I can't see it from here.
I'm baby.
More.
Come baby.
I'm baby in the house. Trav, what is that?
I have no clue.
All right, Google it.
All right.
Come, baby.
Scroll down. Could we get the screenshot? Because it seemed like some of the tweets have been deleted. Could we get that screenshot that you had?
Yes. Like me, what will I ever do? Idiot! You are just a little rim licker, bro. That's all. You stood there while your friends and father were being attacked and done nothing. That's all. Be all, end all, bro. Good luck. God bless. Then he comes right back. He couldn't wait. Wipe his arse with your tongue, bro. You missed the spot. And he's talking about Khabib's arse, I'm assuming. And then he comes back because he couldn't wait. And he says, and I'm not talking about Khabib, you rim licker. Do what you're told. I answer to no one. Yo, but he says he's not talking about Khabib, so who's he wants him to?
I think maybe the original post that was deleted.
But nothing's going to come from this.
No. It's,
which is funny because once upon a time wasn't McGregor like bigging up Tyson when he beat Wilder in that first fight? Like, when not beat him, but, got a draw or something like that?
So Big Nick says more Agbembe is where Tyson is from.
Okay.
So people, another comment, Mark Bembe. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I do not like butchering.
Leave that to me. I butcher.
But they saying that's where he lives. That's where he's from.
So he's telling him come see me.
Yeah, I like that. To me, like you said, nothing will come from that. Oh. So it said that Tyson Fury had congratulated Kobe and that pissed off Conor McGregor shooting shots at McGregor. And when they say Kobe, they spelled it like the late legend Kobe Bryant, but I think they were referring to Kobe Covington. If that is correct, please comment in the chat. Habib promoted Tyrone for his MMA fight. Your twin, that's Tyrone Sponge?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Y'all do look alike. I'm going through the comments to see if anything else jumps out. Okay, so they said I was mispronouncing that. My apologies. So Big Nick said it's more Cambe. More Cambe. Okay, I'm sorry about that. London runs boxing, making fun of my pronunciation. Obviously, I meant zero disrespect by that.
So what is he inviting him to his house to settle it? I don't get it.
They're saying, okay, so London Runs Boxing said that no, Fury praised Habib, and that's how it started. Okay, well.
He said what? Fury what?
Praised Habib. That picture we saw that Fury tweeted, and that pissed Conor off.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with that.
But see, now people
what?
People are saying I'm still mispronouncing it.
Whatever. Moving on. We got Fred Robinson. Oh, you're back. So what about this one? Gil Lopez says, Ness, what Super Bowl numbers versus Canelo number seats? What can you decipher from that super chat?
Hold on, say it again?
Is he trying to compare the seats cost on Super Bowl tickets to Canelo seat tickets?
I mean,
here it goes right here, look. And it looks like we got a cash app from Hawk. Actually, I'm pretty sure we have two. One that I missed yesterday, right, Hawk? Right. Hawk said, TBV number 1, the rest cookie cutters, go Rams. Comes back with another one that says, Conor McGregor lost his last 2 fights. He tapped. call him tap out. Tap out. Is that true, Danny? Mr. Moonlighting in the UFC?
I wouldn't say that he tapped in his. Did he? No, he was hurting his. You know what? Yeah, he did tap. He did tap.
And what about these Canelo tickets versus Super Bowl tickets? Do you think that's what that says there? Look.
That's I can't really decipher what it is he's trying to ask. I mean,
and according to Sergio Mora, did you see his tweet where it's actually an Instagram post where he's like taking a picture and on the top it shows that the attendance was like 70,045. So he's saying that there was more people at a Canelo fight than the Super Bowl.
I mean, that's great to know.
It's Captain Obvious, right? The tickets are not the same price.
You know, but the pricing is
even Mora was up there. Mora took a picture from like the bleachers, bro. He was up there like, yo. Let me see if I can find it on his IG.
I mean, look, like I said, on the secondary market, the cheapest ticket I saw for the Super Bowl was like $4,000.
Damn, that's a lot.
I mean, you could get ringside.
Would you ever pay $4,000 for a ticket? I don't think I would ever pay $4,000 for a ticket to any event.
Yeah, if I could afford it and the Bears are in the Super Bowl, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's some sporting love there.
But the way Super Bowl tickets work, each team get a certain number, right? And then the host team gets a certain number, and then the rest go on sale to the general public. So my uncle is a season ticket holder. So they kind of like do a draw. And if you get selected, say your team's in the Super Bowl, if you get selected out of that draw, then you do have the option to purchase it at a much cheaper rate than, the prices we saw obviously on the secondary market. You know what's crazy? Sergio Mora is not even sitting as high, like all the way at the top. I mean,
this is pretty high. Let me get a screen share. This is pretty high.
Yeah, no, it is. But I'm saying it's not all the way at the top.
That has to be the third bowl.
Well, there's 5.
Because I can clearly see.
There's 5. Just throwing that out there.
I can well, then he's in one of those 5. Because he's in one of these top ones because he's clearly not in the second bowl or the first bowl.
Yeah, so I think he's either in the third or the fourth. He's definitely not in the fifth.
He up there.
Because
he looked like if he leans the wrong way, he can just keep tumbling down.
Oh, my goodness.
No?
Yeah, no, I agree. This is just funny.
He does look like he can tumble. Now, I don't see the one where he says, oh, there's more people, so I'm going to have to find this somewhere else. But I'm pretty sure he said, oh, there's more people in the fight than at the Super Bowl. So let me see if Supreme got it. They're usually...
Didn't you say, were you the one that said Canelo was at the Super Bowl?
That's what I was told. I forgot where I've seen that, but yes, that's what I was told. Damn, where did I find that? Someone send it to me if you want. I can't find it right now. But definitely Mora has been tagged on numerous things.
That's interesting. So in these dream Super Bowl boxing events that we were just speaking of, as a fan, what do you think would be the most you pay for your
pay-per-view or ticket seat?
No, ticket. As a fan,
I'm not doing it. Even as a fan, I'm not paying $500 for a seat, man. It's not worth it to me. That shit is like it goes by like this.
So let me ask you this, all right? Because this is gonna make you want to do it.
Nah,
listen. You can't order it on pay-per-view. You cannot watch it on TV. It's attendance only.
I mean, I'm media. I got the biggest podcast in boxing. They can never let me out. They gotta let me in. They gotta let me in.
I deny your credential.
You can't.
Ain't no media.
You can't.
It's fans only. Ain't no media.
Lies.
Bro,
lies.
You terrible.
You can't have that sort of pay-per-view and not allow media in. You need the promotion.
Somebody said it's on Lalo's Boxing.
Ah, That's where it's at. I knew I seen it.
In the meantime, we do have a super chat from Foxy Brown. It says, how's it going?
Hey. So here it goes. Oh, it was a tweet. That's why I couldn't find it. All right, let me get a screen share. Shout out to Lalo. And there's where Mora says more people attended Canelo Saunders than the Super Bowl. And he put the number. There you go. So now we know that Canelo does more than the Super Bowl, but it's not the same price, man. It's not the same.
No.
All right, we're good. Trevor.
I mean, they're saying those front row seats that Kanye were in were $50,000 a piece because he was being
did
criticized.
Kanye really have a mass?
He did.
Lord, that man is insane.
He did.
Why does he do that, man? He's so crazy. I guess that's how you stay relevant or people talking about you. I don't know.
You better watch yourself when you talk about Kanye.
I'm just saying, bro. It's crazy at this point.
Somebody said Jake Paul versus Canelo would last 2 rounds, but make $250 million probably. Laughing.
Hell yeah, man! I'm going to that as a media.
As a media. Oh man, that's funny.
Yo, Brandon, aka El Bandera Roja, says Canelo had 70,000 in a stadium that holds 100. So how much did that Super Bowl stadium hold?
Let's see how much SoFi
Since
holds.
Brandon hating over here. And he says, I'm not hating, but he's hating. That's when you know you a hater, when you don't know that you a hater.
So SoFi is expandable up to 100,000 for the Super Bowl, Olympics, and other major events.
And that's the one that happened yesterday?
Yep.
So that means they didn't get 100 either.
Yeah, I mean, bro, you could have took the cheapest 20,000 tickets at SoFi, and that probably would have been more expensive for the Super Bowl yesterday than the 73,000 Canelo did. So, you know, everything, there's no denying the Super Bowl is the biggest sporting event of the year. They said, yeah, then again, the fighter would do $73K anywhere unless you're Tyson or AJ in the UK.
I got Hawk with a Cash App saving us that 30% that YouTube rapes us for by sending it to Cash App at NestGTO, $NestGTO. And he said, Floyd Mayweather's exhibition is canceled. Ness. Did he have another one with that young guy from like the Middle East? That's who he was really going to fight, that young guy?
Yeah, that was supposed to be this weekend.
Oh my goodness.
In
Don't be
Dubai.
ridiculous.
I haven't seen any news since the press conference.
Why does Floyd do that, man? Just get in there and fight Earl for a big real fight that people gonna pay real money for. Like, what is he doing? As we continue, we gotta look up shit. There was you see, they don't give me a way of finding those super chats that are member only. And I did see the KDDR, he said one, or sent one, but I don't have any way of finding it, my friend. I just don't. I'm sorry. If, Brandon, if you see it, can you text it to me? KDDR. But in the meanwhile, so we don't lose Mad Bent from Kansas City, who's celebrating 15 months of membership, says, my campaign, Golden Boy Promotions, free Rashidi Ellis and Blair the Flair Cobbs. Listen, if you want to catch our interview with Blair the Flair, check it out on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice, where we have uploaded it separately from the 3 to 5 hour podcast that we normally do daily, and just put out the interview so that you can consume it right away without any delay. So head on over to our YouTube today. Yeah, you see how I did that?
I see you, champ. I see you.
Trying to be Floyd Mayweather Sr. over here with the rhyming.
I see you.
We got Fred Robinson, who says, people writing Jamal off over a fight with a dude. It's not like he's going to prison or put hands on a woman. It's crazy. And that's more just to you because you're the one that believes this will not allow him to get a fight in May.
I think it's possible.
That he gets the fight in May, so now you've switched.
No, I think it's possible that
it will not allow him to get the fight in May.
And I'm just saying, like, that fight is there. So, did I want it next? Yes. Everybody could go see our previous shows where we've spoke about it, where I've been adamant that that's the fight I want to see next. I'm just saying things like that could cause a delay. And yeah, that's all I'm saying. So hopefully we do see that this year. Whether it be next, whether it be in September. Not those.
Not today.
Yeah.
That shit too bubbly. I'm good.
Nah, those the hydrating ones.
Go hydrate yourself with the flat drink.
Come on, I'll do it.
Oh, ho, ho. Chug, chug, chug. Are you going to take it all the way down?
No, I'm just...
Yo, the voodoo. Oh, no, that's Vooz. But anyway, moving on. We got Brandon in Houston that says, so why didn't Tank fight Rolly last, Ness?
I read that one.
Oh. Call you Yawny.
Oh, man.
Chug it.
No, I'm, take small sips. Shout out to...
Bang. We got Brandon Maurice. I don't think there's a dream boxing card that can do over 2 million pay-per-view buys, so there isn't a Super Bowl of boxing, in my opinion.
Whoa.
JP, where you at? Thinking emoji. You're so wrong. Canelo Mayweather did 2.4 alone. Mayweather Pacquiao did fucking 5 or 4.
4.8.
McGregor did like 5 or 4. Like, you tripping.
Yeah.
Call you Trippy Red. We just need the right fight.
Floyd was a different breed when it came to...
Yes, but so is Canelo. Canelo did 1 point whatever with Chavez when people knew Chavez had no shot. No shot.
Yeah, but...
That's like putting Yeardom on pay-per-view.
We're not going to say Canelo and Plant. I mean, Canelo and...
Canelo
Floyd.
Plant did 800.
Yeah,
that's a good indication of how popular Canelo is.
No, absolutely. And
think about it.
Think about how big I am on Canelo.
But just think about this.
Floyd is on another level.
No, Canelo's on another level. Think about this.
You think Canelo's bigger than Floyd?
Think about this.
Tripping.
I'm telling you that Canelo right now is bigger than Floyd. That's what I'm telling you. Think about this. Robert Guerrero did 900,000, and Floyd and Leonard Ellaby was trying to hide those numbers because they was embarrassed. That was the first time they went under $1 million. And Robert Guerrero was a 4-time champion. Multiple divisions. My man fought Salido.
You just proving my point.
No, you ain't proving your point. I'm showing you he did 800,000 with Plant, who ain't a 4-time.
In an undisputed fight.
It ain't 4-time.
In an undisputed
He ain't 4-time.
You're not going to sit
4
here and
divisions.
say Canelo, and I love Canelo, but you're not going to sit up here and say that Canelo
right now is bigger than Floyd was in his prime.
Are you tripping?
Yeah.
You tripping. Yeah. I don't know what you smoked this
morning.
morning.
Listen, Floyd retired and did 500,000. Stop acting like, he was this huge draw. He did 500,000.
Against who?
Berto.
After he did 5 million damn near against Pacquiao.
Bruh. Fucking Canelo did 600,000 new subscriptions with Jacobs, man. Stop it, bruh. Stop it. He's bigger. He's bigger. He is. And his deals is bigger.
Yeah, you tripping.
His deal wasn't bigger? Floyd guarantee was 32.50.
Bro, he made 350 against Pac-Man and another...
You talking about back-end money, man. What's his guarantee?
Another 300 against...
What's the guarantee?
Bro, you're not going to sit up here and tripping and talk about you tripping, bro.
What was the guarantee?
Bro, fuck the guarantee. What you make, my boy.
Okay.
Who the billionaire?
Okay.
Who the billionaire? Come on, bro.
I mean, listen. He's also got what 14 years on Canelo.
Bro, but I'm just saying.
Canelo's not done.
Canelo ain't gonna get there.
Exactly.
But
just
he ain't
like
there yet.
He is there.
I disagree. You
know,
right.
He the one being offered $45 million for one fight.
I'm not even gonna acknowledge you moving forward. You ever heard of inflation? Come on, bro. Cut it out.
Oh, so it's inflation.
Bro, come on. Cut it out, bro.
Oh, man. Are we forgetting that Canelo's mandatory dropped to like 17 for one fight? Ain't no inflation. He brought his marker back up by being who he is and doing what he do.
Bro, all I know is the gas prices I'm paying right now is a lot higher than what I was paying back then.
Well, the pay-per-view price I'm paying right now is the same price I paid back then. In fact, it's cheaper. Floyd was more.
Cap
when?
Floyd,
when the last time pay-per-view was cheaper than $80, bro? Stop it, man.
Floyd, bro, what you mean? Mayweather Berto, look it up. That shit was $60, bro.
$60.
That shit was not $75.
Yeah, because that shit was like fucking Chavez. That shit was like Luis Ortiz, Charles Martin.
4.8 fucking million buys at $100.
Yeah,
bro, Canelo ain't touching that.
Not yet,
bro.
He need a nemesis. When they build Benavidez up properly, we'll see.
Bro,
we'll see. Listen, we see what the Mexicans did.
Go read the chat. Now the show is agreeing with you.
I don't need the chat. I don't need the chat. What I need the chat for? They all Mayweather fanboys. Everybody want to be a Mayweather fanboy now.
I hear you, bro.
I'm just saying. It's the truth.
Look, I love Canelo, bro. He just not on that level.
He not. Listen, remember that this started.
Didn't Floyd?
Remember that this started from
Logan
a super
Paul
chat.
Did $1 million?
I don't know. Remember that. I don't know, but they being sued for ticket sales. Remember that this started from Brandon Maurice in Cincinnati saying that boxing can't do over 2 million, and I just proved to him that it could, especially with Canelo.
How is it especially with Canelo?
Because he did 2.4 with Mayweather.
With Floyd. Because of Floyd. Because of Floyd.
What you mean? He brought his own mill. He clearly showing you he got his own 1 million+ fan base. He did that with Chavez, a fight we knew he would win. We knew Chavez had no shot, and still 1 million people bought it.
Because of who his daddy was. Because of who his daddy was.
Yo,
but you know what?
You just mad.
The conversation ends now. I'm not gonna continue to acknowledge your nonsense. Moving on.
All right, let's move on.
Let's do it.
Let's move on.
Come on.
Go ahead.
What you waiting for?
You the one supposed to segue. You wanna switch subjects?
All right, let's switch subjects. Ryan Garcia says to Gervonta Davis, "You are not a bigger star than me, dude. I'll suck up my ego and say 50-50.
Why you pick that out of everything?
First thing I saw on boxing saying.
Yo, that guy is all cap, man. All cap. I don't know why we be believing this dude.
I don't
honestly.
believe shit.
You do. You read it.
That was the first thing I saw on boxing.
You read it, man. You read it. You read it.
This guy. Unbelievable.
Bruh, Chickarelli, your super chat hasn't even come up yet, my friend. Calm down. You're after Brandon Maurice. Can I get a screen share? What's that say? Brandon in Houston, Brandon in Cincy, Chickarelli. Calm down. Canelo is more than a boxer. He's a brand. Charlo's incident can tarnish that brand, and I'm sure his team considers that. I mean, let me ask you something. Was TMT and Mayweather Promotions a fucking brand? Because he was going to jail for worse than what Charlo went to jail for. He was being convicted of it, right? And had to serve time. And they still pushed the sentencing back so that he could perform in Las Vegas and bring that money in, Mr. Chickarelli. Right? Am I right? I'm right.
Jaguar Paul says, what billionaire sells gel blasters and rinky dink?
Oh, you out of turn, man. We going to Mad Bet in Kansas City. I'm pretty sure that's your number, Tress, right? Let me see here. One. Okay, that's number 2 for Mad Bet in Kansas City, who says Danny was correct on the scoring. What was that? Yesterday's argument? Is that yesterday's argument?
Yeah, that was yesterday's. So
who you was debating with? It was a caller, right?
Yeah, some dude. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't mean to be funny. I don't remember. You know, I'm fairly new, but yeah.
You read this Foxy Brown one, right? The super sticker, how's it going, pair emoji?
For sure.
And then we got Mad Bent with another one. He says, free Rashidi Ellis and Blair. Black Lives Matter. And that is number 3 for him. Shout out to Mad Bent for sending the love. Yo, Rashidi Ellis's team has been posting on their social media for days now, if not a week or more. Big news coming soon. Big news coming soon, and they haven't dropped that news yet.
Think him being free?
I mean, that would be the biggest news, in my opinion. I don't want to hope that they just gave him a fight. Like, oh, you get in the fight so-and-so, and you still with Golden Boy, because, you know, they really got his career on the brakes. Like, they holding that thing. They are hindering that boy. It's like a ball and chain for real. He's just dragging dead weight around. It's crazy. But we got Jaguar Paul, which you were saying. He said, what billionaire sells gel blasters in the rinky-dink commercials? Fuck out of here. What? Who's that? Gel blasters.
Well, I brought up the fact that Floyd's a billionaire, but I don't know what a gel blaster, what commercial. I don't know what that means.
I mean, did Floyd sell some gel blasters? I'm sure he got paid if he did.
I don't know. I know he just.
Did you turn the AC on in here, Trav? You're like a fucking White Walker. This guy, every time we get out here, he's got the AC on. I'm freezing. I got goosebumps.
You seen his brother the other day?
I did.
I can turn on the heat.
Your brother looks exactly like you, but slightly bigger.
Slightly larger, more hair,
But you guys look exactly alike. That was weird.
Who pulls more women?
Oh, he's gay, so I guess it'd be me. So me. But if we were both,
didn't look gay.
No, he's like a gay version of me, but he looks and acts straight.
He's serious, but he didn't look gay. Honestly, he didn't have any of the normal gay mannerisms.
Ness, you can't stereotype all gay people, bro. Like
I said mannerisms. You know what I'm saying? They do certain things. Let's be real. And he was pretty straight looking.
I actually got my brother on the phone right now. Jay, what do you have to say? I'm joking.
Jay,
shout out
Jay, Jay on line 1. What do you say? Well, that's why I kept the beard.
Yeah. Yeah, he's referred as an otter. Actually, that's his title.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, fun fact.
All right, let's see.
Here, I'll turn on the heat for you, Ness.
No, don't do that.
Yes, I'm freezing.
Don't do that.
Freezing.
Just turn the AC off.
The AC's not on. It's just cold outside.
There we go. We good then.
They killing me in the chat. Yo. Yo, what's going on? Let me see. Do we got any Skype callers? Let's go some Skype, man. If you're on Blog Talk, remember to press 1. You know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time. So yeah, man. Moving on. You brought up Ryan, and now he's saying he'll take 50% in a Tank fight.
No, the dude deserves a Fury Dillian White split, 80-20. That's what he deserves.
Yeah. I don't know he's gonna take an 80-20 split. That ain't gonna happen.
I'm telling you what he deserves.
No, I know, but what do you really deserve? Do you deserve what you can negotiate, or do you deserve what people think you deserve?
Shit, what have you proven? You get what I'm saying? He ain't never did no pay-per-views. He ain't never sold.
But why do you think he continues to be this name in the sport amongst business people?
Because he a pretty boy. He marketable.
Ah, well then there is money.
When he fights the nobodies he has fought, he gets them out of there. But other than that, I mean, Tank is proven to be able to sell tickets, to sell pay-per-views. Like, Brian has done nothing.
Okay, but they still, remember, Ellerby tried to make a fight with Ryan. Pacquiao considered a fight with Ryan. For some reason, people consider him.
He's marketable, but...
And there must be some sort of projections. Even though you don't think there's numbers because he hasn't done his own pay-per-views, they have to have projections that they're going off of, and that's why they keep offering him these big fights.
I don't know what you talking about as far as ticket sales or views or something. Is that what you're saying? Projections of what?
Yeah, I mean projections on what he can possibly do. Maybe they have, his impressions.
The last time Ryan fought, I don't even think the zone pay-per-view was a thing. Well,
it's still not a thing.
No, but I'm saying even in discussion or nothing like that. You get what I'm saying? I don't even know, bro. The dude ain't fought since January 2nd of last year. I gotta see you.
I watched this live, man. He said he's doing this one for his fans, man. And he's dedicating this fight to his grandma.
Shout out to his grandma. I saw she's not doing well. Prayers and thoughts go out to her, but you gotta get in there, bro.
I mean, he's getting in there right now with a guy that hasn't lost.
He was gonna get in there with Pacquiao
in so many years.
Hey, Trav, switch to Ness again. God damn it.
Call him weak bladder.
Call me coffee tore my stomach up.
Whoa.
Let's make sure we keep the mic off on this one.
For real.
Mm-hmm. Might echo through the studio.
Yeah, man. So we got Brandon that says, anyone who wants to be included on the TBV roll call intro, add SDS Promotions on Instagram so that he can get your little voiceover and you'll make the cut. You'll make the cut on the new intro. He's cooking something up in the producer's lab.
I love your intro, by the way. It just hypes you up. I mean...
Oh, yeah. Well, I think we're trying to move on from that one. You mean the old one?
The one you played this morning.
Oh, yeah. That was Canelo. Yeah.
Sounds great. You make a new intro every episode?
Not every, but we have quite a couple dozen. So, we kind of rotate, play them.
Sounds great.
Keep it fresh. Mm-hmm. Keep it fresh for the viewing public. But yeah, I am freezing. This is true. I've started. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it right now. I'm assuming Blog Talk is having some maintenance issues because we have 0 callers. That's very unusual there.
Yeah, I'm on there. Nobody's joined.
Yeah, I might have to try and call. See what's up.
Call into your own show.
Call into my own show. See what's going on.
It's getting
that
bad.
It's getting that bad. I'm gonna have to prank call my own show. But let me see here, man. I definitely would not mind Canelo to fight John Ryder, but I would prefer Chris Eubank over all the choices. If we're considering a United Kingdom fight, I think Chris is the bigger name. And, Canelo has worked with PBC while still keeping his relationship with Eddie Hearn, which means that he can work with Boxer while still keeping his relationship with Canelo. And Canelo can work with Boxer while still keeping his relationship with Eddie. I think that, Eubank would be a great option for Canelo as a possible UK opponent. If we're not thinking UK, I would definitely want a Charlo or a Benavidez. Bivol, probably. They called him Restroom Walk Danny. Yo, Bivol is definitely not one of my top options, I would prefer better Biev. If we're going to go to 75, give me better Biev or Joe Smith. I feel like Joe Smith is more marketable. Joe Smith has been there, and by there, I mean, at least he's gotten to fight B-Hop. He's a little more known to the public, the boxing public, so, yes, just getting something here in the pre-pro. It was something we've been talking about here on this show for a while now. The fact that Teo possibly could be on the Eddie Reynoso side of things. And according to Teofimo, he has hinted that Eddie Reynoso could become his new trainer. And when asked about Ryan Garcia splitting from Eddie Reynoso, Teofimo said this, and I quote, "It might be because of some of the news about me and Eddie to be continued. We'll see. My father is always going to be my main coach." So, yeah, we shall see. Because I don't know that Eddie's going to play second fiddle to no Teofimo Sr. What about you, Daniel?
I think it's just more so not so much him playing second. I think it's more so him dealing with everything that they've shown in the past. You get what I'm saying? The outbursts and just everything that comes with Teofimo Lopez and his father. I guess we shall see. I definitely think he'll get more dedication out of Teofimo than he did with Ryan. But, that's everything is from the outside looking in. So, I guess we'll see what happens and what these news, that that Teo is hinting to. So, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But it definitely is going to be interesting. We've had a few people hint at it in the last few days. I don't know how I feel about it just yet. Like I said, I just think about everything that comes with Teofimo and his father and their outbursts and their tantrums and, everything like that. So, we'll have to wait and see. It seems like the Teofimo move to 140 pounds is what is coming next. So, let's see how much Eddie could help him if that indeed is the case. But yeah. Comment in the chat. What do you people think? What do you guys think of that possible move? Steve in the UK says Teo Sr. may only have the head coach title in name only. Yeah. That very well may be the case. Alex says, yeah, Eddie ain't dealing with the father. I could also see that being the case. Candace saying Teo Eddie link up would be great. He spelled Eddie as if Eddie Hearn, but I think he's referring to Eddie Reynoso. And for those of you who caught our fights on Friday, we streamed the Fight Stars card live from Guadalajara, Jalisco, which we will be doing every 2 weeks. We had Paulie Malignaggi, two-time champion of the world. We had Goldie, former UFC commentator, and your very own Nestor Gibbs live on the commentary from studio. And on one of the undercard fights, we saw Chepo Reynoso, father of Eddie Reynoso, in the corner. Brad said, I better wash my hands this time. I wash them every time. Don't do that. But yeah, so we saw Chepo in the corner on one of our Fight Stars fights that we once again streamed live from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. That'll be happening every 2 weeks. And there were some nice upsets on the undercard as well. So let me see what other comments. I'm seeing a Montana Love versus Teo. I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. I'd like that. Montana Love obviously on a current 3-fight deal with Matchroom. Is TBV pulling up to the Ryan fight in San Antonio? That is a very good question. Is that April 9th? Is that April 9th? Right? April 9th? Is that about right? Let me double check that. The only boxing schedule I trust is Dan Rayfield's Facebook page. It's a damn shame, but that's the only one I trust for sure. I want to say it is April 9th, though. Trying to find the schedule here. In El Facebook. On Facebook. Oh, come on, Dan. I'm not subscribing to your newsletter. All right, I guess it's no longer available.
So while you look for that, I did want to ask if you believed Teo and the fact that he believes possibly that's why Ryan's left, because he's heard the rumors. And the fact that Teo might end up there.
So to answer, who asked that question in the chat? One second.
Had to throw the sweater on.
Dig it 2 times. I won't be pulling up because the same day Erickson Lubin is in a much bigger fight in Los Angeles. So no, I won't be pulling up to San Antonio to watch Ryan fight.
Emmanuel Tagago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tagago's more of a DAZN. I'm glad it's on DAZN because you could catch the playback. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll probably be in LA for Lubin Fundora. Your question was what?
Do you think that Ryan got wind that Teo's coming and decided, yo, we out of here. It's getting crowded.
I don't know. I mean, of course, that was a fight that was once being spoken about. They have years of bad blood and history. The first fight I ever covered was Munguia, Liam Smith at the old Hard Rock, now the Virgin. And I vividly remember Teo and Rolly walking up to Ryan, talking shit, words being exchanged. And, you're talking July 20th of 2018. So I don't see that Eddie would even accept those two fighters in his camp together, in his gym together. I don't care if one trains in the morning, one trains at night. It's just the fact, that's a fight that could very well happen between the two. And they, like I said, they have the bad blood. So
I don't know, man. As far as very well happen, I'm not sure. I think Eddie understands the boxing politics. He understands neither of these guys are free agents. So, the fact that Teo is with Top Rank and Ryan is with DAZN, that pretty much says it all. That's kind of why Valdez situation works. He's a guy that could be, at 135 in the near future, and he's still in that gym with Ryan. Possibly sparring Ryan, maybe. Who knows?
Who knows? Yes, Lubin is a main event. No, I don't foresee him being knocked out. I like a lot of these possible fights people are talking about for Teo at 140. Baranchik.
Well, isn't he fighting Barboza? That's been the rumor, right?
Who, Baranchik or Teo?
Teo.
Yeah, that is the rumor.
That's a Top Rank in-house fight.
Yeah. Hopefully we see him soon, though. Before the summer. You don't want to keep him inactive too long. Definitely want to keep him in the gym. I just want to see him fight, to be honest with you. I just want to see him fight.
So I got a message here I want to read by Steve in the UK, who's a member. He says, it makes sense that Ryan has left because of Teo. Why would Ryan leave for a perceived lesser trainer in Goosen unless his hand was forced? But that's the thing. I don't believe that his hand was forced. I believe it has to be him in his head.
Yeah,
him believing that they feel some type of way and that they, released intimate secrets.
I don't know about the intimate secrets.
I mean, they said that he wasn't working. They said that he should be working more and that he should be fighting more. Not just that he's not training, but that he should also be fighting more.
I mean, they were saying nothing that the public didn't already perceive and believe.
It doesn't matter. It's different when it's coming from your camp, and your camp is Canelo and Eddie, bro. Come on. That shit got to hit harder.
No, I'm sure it did, but like I said,
You got the top guys in the sport saying you ain't working right. That shows that you are a slacker.
To me, that was constructive criticism, man. To me, I felt like they know he got the potential, but it's, you ain't using it to your advantage. You ain't doing what you should be doing. Maybe he didn't want to pay those Eddie Reynoso prices. I don't know. I really believe that
don't make any sense.
I really believe that Ryan just wanted to have more
control.
More control, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. I agree with the control issues. Wanting to do what you want, wanting to work out when you want. I mean, if you look at his workouts that he posts, they're all the same. It's like him working on the hook. It's like he does this for Instagram. So I don't know. A lot of people get with real camps like a Canelo camp and realize they weren't working as hard as they thought they were working. And, if that's becoming a task for you, you might want to leave from that sort of situation. Listen, we're almost about 40-something away from 131,000 subscribers, so we just need about 40 more people to join the TBV Army. Go ahead and subscribe and help us get to our next milestone of 131,000 subscribers, all right?
131,000.
Yeah, 131,000. What he said, not what I said.
You know what's crazy?
What?
Obviously, there was a break last year, but since I got with you, you've nearly, not quite, but nearly doubled your subscribers.
Yeah, I would have liked to triple or 10 times it, like my man Cardone. 10x it.
10x it. Somebody said Ryan Garcia.
We're hoping that's what the studio does here at Sticky Paws. Hopefully we 10x it here. You know what I mean? Today we might have Untitled if my girl doesn't cancel it because it's Valentine's.
It is Valentine's.
And I'm just wondering, like, if you got any anything plans. It's Untitled. What you have planned?
What I got planned?
I mean, you're the Las Vegas resident. You moonlight photography with people. So I didn't know if you had a special guest, but looks like we have a caller on the line here on Blog Talk. Remember, you can dial into Blog Talk at 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget to add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation from anywhere in the world. Who is up? Is that Zorro?
Somebody said
that is Zorro.
Hold on, before you get to that caller, Alex Gonzalez said, yeah, we seen it with Pantera Neri. He also had discipline issues. Now it's Ryan. And as soon as Neri left the Reynoso camp, he got KO'd.
Yeah.
Now it looks like it's Ryan's turn.
Yeah, man. If you're not a worker, you're not a worker. Zorro, Savannah, Georgia. What up?
What's up, man? What's going on?
Chilling.
Hey, man, y'all looking good in the studio, man. Y'all looking real good in the studio like that. I ain't been able to get on the line with you, but I guess you got a lot going on with Canelo, Ryan. I ain't really got too much going on, but I got one question. What y'all think about Teo at 140? Do you think he can do like everybody else and unify at 140?
I mean, unify is one thing, undisputed is another. I think he can maybe unify. He's with a big promoter. He should be able to get some shots.
We'll go undisputed. Go undisputed, because who's at 140 right now?
Josh Taylor.
A lot of people. Josh Taylor, Regis Prograis.
Regis.
You got a lot of fighters there.
But Josh Taylor probably gonna move up.
Ramirez is still there.
He's a big 140. He might
Cepeda is there.
Fight for him. And 140 will be live. 140 is pretty live. What was that about Canelo being as big as Floyd? I think it's different times. It's just different eras. I would probably agree with you a little bit, Ness, about Canelo at this point. He's probably as big as Floyd was when Floyd was at his peak, because pay-per-view and what we have now with streaming, and Canelo still packing out the houses, even though everybody can just stream his fights and not even attend or not even purchase them. Mm-hmm. He's still making his way through this era right here in this lane. Like, I don't know if Floyd would have been able to navigate as well as these fighters right now. Charlo, man, is he gonna be all right with this case, or what's going on with him?
I mean, his lawyer has reported that this is nothing more than a shakedown, and that either Charlo's case will be dismissed or he will be acquitted. So the lawyer's confident that this isn't going to be anything that sticks.
Good for him, because, man, if he would have kind of missed this opportunity, then that would have been crazy. But I wish Charlo and Andrade and the rest of those guys who are at 160, 168 would kind of navigate away from Canelo and build themselves up by beating each other and trying to establish a fan base that's a little that'll make them bigger stars, so that they could go up against a Canelo and have the backing to go against a Canelo. Because if you're just sitting there waiting, man, years are going to go by. Canelo's jumping all over the place. Canelo's 175. He's talking about going to cruiserweight. Then he's going to go to 160. Man, dude, Charlo and Andrade should try to make a big fight. Charlo and Benavidez, they should try to make a big fight. You got a lot of good fighters at that size, 160 to 168, that you guys can do it and make big waves. That's pretty much it. I'm listening to you while I'm cleaning up this room, man. I'm on self-care, so I'm trying to get my house in order.
All right,
I'm
brother.
Keep listening to you guys and keep rocking out, man. Y'all take it easy, and TBV for life, man.
Appreciate you, man. If you want to call in, you know the number to do so, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1. One time, voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget, you could also add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation. We're looking for about another 40, 50 brave souls to join the TBV army and subscribe to the YouTube channel right here on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice, helping us get to the next milestone of 131,000 subscribers. Something we've been trying to get to here for some time. Like, we have our poll with about 399 votes now. Eubank still being the biggest, and it's a landslide. It's not just, him in the lead. 77%. No one else is even in double digits other than Yard, who only made it to 12% on the poll. So very, very telling who Canelo should choose for his UK debut.
No, for sure. No real surprise there, though, right? Eubank obviously coming off of a big win, an impressive win, and it seems like now under the tutelage of Roy Jones Jr., he's looking a lot sharper. Obviously, his father, the sheriff, his father's name does help a lot, as we was comparing, Chavez and Chavez Jr.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot to do with the father, but no real surprise there. No real surprise there. And we've seen Eubank Jr. at 68 before, and I would like to see that fight. I would like to see that fight. I think that would be a big fight. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Because obviously he is with boxers, so I don't know how much or how little that would play an effect.
I mean, I'm sure Boxer has money left over in the budget, is all I can say. They don't have any really big names. The biggest fight on their schedule is Clarissa and Savannah Marshall. And if Canelo showed interest, I think that Sky Sports and Boxer can come together with a one fight deal package for a Eubank.
No, for sure. Look, Chris Eubank Jr.
They got a common opponent in Giovanni Yildirim.
Yeah, so and that's what I was gonna say. Chris Eubank Jr. did spend some time in '68. Beating Arthur Abraham.
Yeah, he won a title versus Reginald Quillen in IBO.
Knocking out Avni Yildirim. Very close fight with George Groves. Beating James DeGale. Doing what Jermall Charlo, who we were speaking of to fight Canelo next, didn't do, and knocking out Matt Korobov. Mm-hmm. Just coming off that impressive win of Liam Williams. So,
and his knockout of Yildirim was more impressive than Canelo's.
Yeah, I mean, with Canelo, he didn't come out the corner for the fourth round. So.
Yeah, no, and Yildirim got flattened by Chris. It was like a one-punch sleeper.
Right, so, that Chris Eubank Jr. fight versus Canelo in the UK is enticing. It's just, I don't know how little or how much effect Eubank Jr. being with Boxer would have in a potential showdown between those two men.
And we don't know, can he negotiate a fight with Canelo in a civilized manner, because we've seen him, him and his dad, according to Eddie Hearn, botched the negotiations for the possible Gennady Golovkin pay-per-view fight where Kell Brook stepped in.
Mm-hmm. I think these days,
Mm-hmm.
Eubank Jr. obviously has done everything since. Has done a lot more, so I feel like more leverage coming to the table. And, I think the build-up for that fight would be humongous. I think that does, 90,000 at Wembley.
Who does 90,000?
Canelo and Eubank Jr.
Oh, I mean, I could see that. I don't know, but I would be optimistic to the fact because Eubank's a name in the country, and then Canelo's a name in the sport. But Brad Savage, Eddie offering cupcakes in the UK. He wants payday.
They're saying Canelo in the UK has to be Summer Stadium in London. Yeah, that's the only thing. Because I know that was an issue for Bob Arum and a potential Tyson Fury AJ fight, was that it was only but a certain amount of months that they could do it in the UK because of the weather and the outdoor stadiums and whatnot. So I don't know that they have an indoor stadium. I think the indoor stadium is in Cardiff, no? The one in Wales?
You asking the wrong person.
I feel like that in the Principality Stadium, I think that has like a roof, if I'm not mistaken. So
he's asking the wrong person. But Hawk in Maryland, I seen you at press 1. Now you ain't press 1. Let me know. And I got other callers on Blog Talk. You got to press 1 at least one time to let me know that you want to rock out. That means I'll go to you and get you off mute. Let me see here. So what exactly are you looking for? What's an outdoor arena
something with a roof? I'm pretty sure Principality has a roof. Because you can't do it in a stadium in the wintertime. The UK gets cold. Yeah, so they have a roof at Principality in Cardiff, which we've seen AJ fight in, and that is the rumored venue for a potential Fury and Dillian White fight. So just get into the... Yep, Steve in the UK, Ringwalk is right. Principality has a retractable roof. Somebody's saying Wembley has a roof. I didn't know that. Eubank versus Canelo would be massive in the UK. Canelo has already beaten everyone he needed to in the UK.
I know they have said that he's been on like a UK tour. So like this,
Steve in the UK says Canelo sells out Wembley versus virtually any fighter you can name in the UK.
Well, I got a bunch of callers here. Let me get to Hawk in Maryland. What's up?
Yo, what up, Ness? What's up, Dan? How y'all doing this morning?
What's going on? How you?
I ain't making a noise. Hey, first of all, I think that boy who just won that fight they took with Danny
John Ryder
over the weekend, what's his name, Ryder?
Yep.
I got Ryder getting it. He's gonna get the next Canelo fight. I don't know. I don't know where they're gonna do it in this country or the other one, but they're gonna give him. Eddie Hearn looked happy as shit when he won, so I believe he's gonna get the next Canelo fight. And what else y'all talking about? Oh, shoot, Ness. I love Ness. You my man, boss. But Canelo not even the biggest fighter in Mexico to the Mexicans.
What?
Even when I was younger, Julio Cesar Chavez brought out way more people than Canelo.
Oh, he's saying all the time.
And I'm a Canelo fan. Julio Cesar Chavez is like, that's why Canelo's not the number one in his own, in Mexico. He's not number one in Mexico. Floyd is
Chavez ain't fight the level of competition that Canelo's been fighting.
But you're talking about being bigger, and I'm telling you, he's not bigger than even Chavez right now. And Canelo is doing his thing. But as far as Floyd got the top 3 pay-per-views. as far as the record, Canelo was on one of them with him.
Mm-hmm.
But Floyd all over the pay-per-view top list, and he sold $1 million last year. And the reason that Logan Paul boy didn't get paid was because they did it without a commission. See, when you use a commission, the commission makes sure everybody get paid. But Floyd and Logan did that thing without a commission, so maybe he didn't pay him, or maybe he did. I don't know. But when the commission's not used, that's who really control who's gonna get that. Make sure everybody get their check. But they did that fight without a commission last year. So that's probably what's up with that money on it. But Canelo he's not Canelo's. I done called his last 2 fights by the round. So he is more dynamic than Julio Cesar Chavez, all that. But as far as bigger, he still haven't passed him yet to most of the Mexicans in his own country.
Yeah, to most of the haters. I feel like most of them is haters. Most of them is old. I feel like most of the Mexicans that feel that Canelo isn't already the biggest Mexican boxing superstar of all time is just delusional. They haters. They old. They stuck on Chavez. Canelo has accomplished more already. Will continue to accomplish more. And to me, the torch has been passed a few years ago.
I'm with you on everything you said, but when you say he's bigger, if everybody in that country don't even believe he's bigger, when Floyd got, I just believe when you talk about being bigger, it's like your popularity, whether it be negative or positive.
For sure, sure.
He hasn't, I'm talking about Chavez, like he hasn't surpassed Chavez. Whether he's better or not, we know he's better, but when you say bigger, he hasn't passed the popularity of Chavez yet in his own country, whereas though Floyd is TBE since he beat Oscar De La Hoya. He's been known as being the pound-for-pound best since he beat Oscar De La Hoya. Ain't nobody been able to prove different. So that's the only reason why I'm saying bigger. But that's my call.
Appreciate it.
All right. Let me go to Adrian in Wisconsin. What's going on?
What's good, man? How y'all doing?
Oh, I was about to play this. I'm sorry I didn't go fast enough for you.
I'm good. I beat Polly. I left with his belt and his girl.
It's a dollar beat.
Hey, Max, brush my hair one time. And I know all y'all against me. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got to. Let's shut that soft ass shit up.
BoxingVoice.com.
What up? How y'all doing?
Straight. A little chilly out here in Vegas, though.
I don't even want to hear about it, Ness. I live in Wisconsin, okay? So you can't talk to me about cold. It's like 15 degrees here.
Wisconsin.
So, yeah.
You a Packers fan?
Fuck no.
Okay.
I'm a Steelers fan. Fuck the Packers.
All right, cool. We was about to end your call right here, right now. What you got for us, brother?
I don't rock with these heads, bro. I don't rock with them.
All right. You good in my book.
But yeah, man, I think that Canelo, if he's going to do the European thing, I would rather see him against like a Eubank Jr. over a John Ryder. I watched that fight and felt like they got it wrong. Ryder, in some of the later rounds really came on, especially when they switched to fucking southpaw. I don't know why he stayed in that stance when he was doing better orthodox.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not in Jacob's head, so I don't know how he's seeing it in there. But like as a coach, just watching, like you are more accurate, more pinpoint, landing more right hands from the other stance. So I don't get that. So I don't really look at that as obviously it's a Ryder win because he got the win, but I don't see Canelo fighting Ryder off of that. So, I mean, I'd rather see like a Eubank Jr. I think that's a bigger fight in the UK, but I do kind of agree, like, man, we'll see him fight like a Benavidez or a Charlo or something like that. I'd like to see him fight an American fighter. He has beat a lot of Euro guys. So, bring it back to America one time for the people. You're Canelo. You can move how you want to move. I'm not going to say shit anymore about how he moves. because he's winning wherever he goes. But I'd like to see him fight an American. Just as long as we ain't going to get killed with pay-per-views this whole year, which it's looking like we're going to do. But, what else was the topic, Ness?
Yeah, it's just pretty much Canelo and Ryder. I mean, we talked about Teofimo doing an interview with Ellie Setback and saying that, Ryan probably left the Eddie Reynoso gym because he heard that Teo probably might be training over there, but that his dad would still be the main coach. Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing with Teo. This man needs to humble himself a little bit. It seems like every dude who got them belts, Teo went crazy, had a lot of personal stuff, right? And then, here comes Kambosos, lifts those belts off him. Now we got Kambosos out here trying to get the most money, which I understand, but there just seems to be a certain arrogance that comes with getting those titles. Teo needs to humble himself, go back to the grind, and get that chip off his shoulder because he was doing great. The takeover was happening before. I don't know what happened, in his personal life or how that chip got so big, but he just needs to get back to what he does best and train and go hard. And maybe, I don't know. It's hard to say, right? I don't want to say cut his dad out of training camp altogether. I got a son that I'm teaching boxing. He doesn't really take it as serious enough to compete yet. But like as a father-son thing, like I don't know. Unless I was hurting my son's chances, like I wouldn't want to be completely cut out. I think that's a hard dynamic to get rid of. But he does need to humble himself. I think his father needs to learn to sit back and not be the main trainer, be on the side and let somebody else give him some direction. Because even when I'm in the gym with my son, there's points where me and him can't talk because of our relationship. I got to let one of the other people in the gym show him how to do something or whatever because it just doesn't get through to him when I do it. He takes the criticism a lot different. So I'm really hoping that Teo can recognize that, or really Teofimo Sr. can recognize the fact that, maybe they're to a point where he needs to be there, but he needs to let someone else help Teofimo grow even more because he's still a young guy, right? He's in his 20s.
I want to say he's like 24, 25 maybe. He's young. He's young for sure.
So, come on, man. This what? Let's be realistic. Like, this guy got to what, 33, 34 in his career probably? Because I feel like the lighter weight you are, the harder it is to stay in longer. It's not like heavyweight where you can, fight till you're 40. But he's got a lot of time, and I just really hope he can be humble, and his dad can be humble and let someone help him along the way. Kind of like Bill Haney's Devin dad. Yep, you know what I'm saying? Like he just wants his son to be the best and is willing to do what it takes. Like, what do you say? He'll carry the spit bucket. I would do the same thing for my son. It's all about wanting your athlete to be as good as possible. And if you're the father, you should know that when you're at this level, it's okay to accept help.
No, absolutely. I was gonna use the Bill Haney comparison as well, because you think about it, right? He's brought in Floyd Sr. He's brought in Mickey Bay. He's brought in Ben Davison. He's brought in the Mike McCullum, the original
Dewey Cooper,
the original body snatcher. So you know what I'm saying? He brings in help. Is he still,
Ken Porter's been there.
Is he still the main guy in the corner? Absolutely. But does he know that getting help can help his son's career grow and his son's skill, develop? Absolutely. Even so young in the career of Fernando Vargas's boys, he's brought in Jorge Capetillo to help. So no, I agree 1,000%. But they understand that it is for the better of their children's career, of their children's progression in the sport. It's being able to accept that and understand that, and know your role, but also play your part. Bill Haney has been perfect of that. He knows that he is the main guy, but he has brought in that help, and we've seen improvement because of it, right? So, can Teofimo Sr. do that? I don't know.
You got to be humble. To be honest with you, at the end of the day, that comes down to being humble and realizing that something's, I don't want to say broke, but you can make improvements. If something can be better, you should work to improve something. And I think that's the problem there. Like, if you look at like Canelo, there's nothing broke in his camp. Like him and Eddie Reynoso, this and that. I mean, they keep winning, right?
Of course.
You know, this last one is tough because they're not keeping winning. You know what I mean? They lost those belts. There was no rematch clause, like my man Nessa say. With shit, you got to get that rematch clause.
I don't think you can have a rematch clause in a mandatory. I could be I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that's why they didn't, because Kambosos was a mandatory, and I want to say I'm like 80% sure you can't have a rematch clause in a mandatory defense. I could be wrong.
I mean, and even worse, you got to look at it this way. T.O. came out to try to knock Kambosos out, just straight out. Angry, mad, the way he was moving wasn't even that intelligent. And then he didn't get him out there in the first, and he ended up getting dropped. So it's just, they need to change that up. Ryan Garcia, to me, I don't know what's up with that dude, man. We just got to see him actually fight. To be honest, he pulls out of so many fights, man. If I had his pullout game, I wouldn't have kids. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. I got 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we need to see this boy fight somebody and somebody. You know, he's getting really good money. If we really look at Ryan's career and we really look at who he's fought, he's making way more money than anybody with the kind of record and upbringing he has. And he's complained the whole way to get the money.
No, for sure. You know, and obviously we were saying it on the show yesterday. The kid got, big deals. He got one with DraftKings. He just got one with Christian Dior, which is fucking ridiculous. He got one with 1800 Tequila. Like, the kid getting money, but it's like, in order to keep that money, you got to decide, okay, cool. You could do everything else outside of the ring. You could do the modeling, the TikTok, the YouTube shit, but are you going to fight? Like, that's the thing. You scheduled for April the 9th. That's more than 15 months since your last fight. So we just got to wait and see.
Think about this, though. I want to put this out there for you and Ness. Okay, boxing's a tough sport, right? I have my gym in a place where people are poor. There's not, and it's not a color thing, so I'm not trying to be racist here. I have maybe one or two dudes that come through and box who are white. Everybody is Hispanic or black, okay? It's the people who don't have shit that work hard and want to box. You got to look at Ryan. He getting money off the social media. He a good-looking kid. He been building his social media. That's where he's making a lot of money. He's probably really raking it in. So to me, that's why his focus is on boxing, because he's getting all these bags, just like you said, from other places, and he ain't fought in, 15 months?
It'll be 15 months in April when he's scheduled to fight.
Right. So that's the thing. You look at it. Like, so some of the best boxers maybe fight once a year, but most fight twice a year. I mean, Canelo's kind of giving us a gift because he's doing more than twice a year a lot of times. He's doing 3 times?
Well, that was
one time.
You know, that was, I feel like, an exception when he became undisputed in a 13-month span, through 4 fights. But, I think moving forward, and even Canelo and his team has said it, they're like, yo, that was too much. Twice a year, which to me is still exceptional. Even if you get a third one against a guy like a John Ryder, I'm cool with that.
No, and that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying Ryan ain't even doing once a year at this point.
For sure. I mean,
you know what I'm saying? And he's what? What do you consider him, Danny? What would you call Ryan? Is he a blue chip prospect? Is he an actual contender? Where do you really rank Ryan? In mix of things. Is he a number 1 contender?
I think he is a contender. I think that he could have gave Teofimo problems. I feel that he gives. I don't know. I got to see him fight in April, but I felt that he could have gave George Kambosos problems. But I think you have to say he's a contender. But really quick to what you were saying about getting that money and not having that desire, and the type of kids you see in your gym. Let's remember there's exceptions to the rule. Of course, Devin Haney, Bill Haney. The upbringing Devin had wasn't what some of these other guys have, but you gotta want it. You gotta want it, and I don't know that a guy like Ryan right now necessarily wants it. He's had issues outside of the ring. Hopefully, those issues have been resolved, and we can see him, fighting twice a year, fighting to put himself in position for a title opportunity, because there's no denying the kid is marketable. There's no denying that he has a fan base outside of boxing. So if we do see you fight, bro, you want money? Fight more. Your deals are going to be bigger. Your paychecks, your fight checks are going to be bigger. So, and if you really that guy like you say you is, there's no ceiling.
Listen, so here's my thing. I'm going to make a comparison. I know you'll understand it because you watch other sports. Nuss might not totally get it just because he's not that. So Canelo is like Tom Brady, right? He's got all the money he could have in the world, but he's still out there trying to win and be great. Because Tom Brady is just one of them dudes, as much as I hate his ass, the dude just wants to be great. And he's proven that because he's got Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? Now, you look at a dude like Ryan. Ryan's an up-and-coming. He wants to be that face of boxing, but he's kind of like...
Who says that? Like, did he say
listen,
that?
I'm just saying, I know he'd like to be. In his head, he'd like to be. Come on, he asking for all this money. He was asking for contender money as a prospect. So my thing is, like, to me, he's like one of those quarterbacks that had a really good season. I'm really trying to think of somebody younger who only had one good.
I feel like he one of those guys that was so good in college, and they get to the NFL.
Johnny Manziel, that's who he is.
Johnny Football.
To me.
Yo,
Yeah,
I
he's
just
Johnny
took a
Football.
DAZN survey.
You know what I'm saying? He's a Johnny Manziel of boxing. He's got the face. Everybody knows him. Everybody loves him. He's without all the famous people, this and that. But if we look at his boxing career and what he's done there, he still has to prove that he's going to beat some of these top guys. Like you say, Teo, he gives Teo a hard time. But which version of Teo? Do you think he beats Teo? I will say pre-Cambosis Teo. Do you see Ryan beating him or just giving him a good fight?
I mean, I think he gives him a good fight. You never
Adrian,
know.
let me get to some other callers. I got a shitload of callers on Skype. Got to let you go, champ, but you did rock out. Looks like coming up, who is next? Looking like Big Fish Vega. Big Fish Vega, what up? Let me get a screen share. Not just yet. In a few seconds.
In the meantime, I'll read this comment that I know Ness will love. Thoughts about Chispa Medina. What you guys think about his fight? He's my nephew.
Oh, wow.
That comes from Hector Martinez.
Hector, we have the fight on our YouTube channel right here. We did a live fight chat. We called the fights with Paulie Malignaggi and Michael Goldberg. But real quick, screen share. This is who DAZN has in mind for Ryder. And they're asking, John Ryder, who's next? Is it Canelo on the left? Is it Rosado in the middle? Or is it Gennady Golovkin? I'm going to say this. If he can't get either man on the left or the right, Rosado's always a good choice.
Absolutely.
Always a good
and a lot
choice.
of people felt that he beat Jacobs, in their last fight. So I love that Gabe Rosado fight.
But he lost that Jaime Munguia fight clearly. So the fact that he would be getting a shot at Ryder next is shout out to DAZN for showing him some love. But we're good on that. I'm gonna go to
one fight was at
Trav. We're good on that. I'm going to
68. The other fight was at
60. Yeah. Trav still screen sharing.
Let the little fish go so that we can catch the big fish later.
I'm the big dog at the welterweight division.
WBC and IBF welterweight champion of the world.
At the end of the day, I'm a way better fighter than Terrence Crawford.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
Me and Terrence Crawford on this side of the street.
We cleaning our side of the street, then we coming after Crawford.
60-40 or 70-30, whatever we give.
Say something else. Say something else.
Big Fish Vega.
Big Fish Mafia. It ain't a movement, it's a lifestyle.
SDS Promotions.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Right. In regards to this opponent, John Ryder, man, ain't nobody trying to see that at all, man. We got too many killers out there that we want to see Canelo face. You know, we got Charlo, Benavidez, Bivol, Better Beef. Shoot, man. But Eddie Hearn's doing his job, you know. He's a matchroom fighter. He wants to bring Canelo back over to that. I mean, with the pandemic, and I highly doubt that we see UK big fight like this with Canelo. That's too big of a fight to try to put through while the pandemic's still going on. But yeah, man, I mean, we want Charlo. I don't care about the case. I mean, plenty of dudes have cases like that, and fights go through. Like we said, man, you can put a little delay on it, whatever. Man, we want Charlo, man. That's all I got.
We want Charlo. I think that's pretty much what everybody wants. That's why he needs to just give them what they want, get it out the way. Looks like we're going to Houston. Brandon in Houston.
Let's start with this. I'm a creative genius.
SDS Promotions.
You don't want to get in the ring with me because you're a pussy, that's why.
And now, the most dangerous producer on YouTube, Brandon in Houston.
Thank you. Far too kind.
This message was brought to you by SDS Promotions. SDS Promotions.
Man, listen, man. Nobody trying to hear shit about no John Ryder. Nobody trying to hear no shit about no fucking Jamal Charlo. Nobody trying to hear nothing about, none of these guys. Bivol. I'm trying to see Canelo Alvarez fight David El Bandera Roja Benavidez, man. John Ryder, what has he done at 168? What is he beat a 35-year-old Jacobs. He beat a 35-year-old Jacobs with a controversial win, a controversial decision that people are arguing about. And he also got losses to Rocky Fielding and Callum Smith. He got losses to them, but you trying to skip him ahead of David Benavidez? Get the fuck out of here.
Does David live in the UK?
I don't give a fuck where David. He can live in Mars.
Well,
he don't need to be fighting.
We trying to do a UK debut, man. David doesn't fit the bill, man.
Stop trying to do all this international shit. Stop. First of all, John Ryder, he got to fight David Morrell. You know, that's another thing. He's the mandatory for David Morrell first. And secondly, even with that, the WBA, why they ain't got the same energy that they had for Ugas with Canelo? They telling Ugas, you mandated to fight Stanionis. We trying to consolidate all the belts. But now, we got a regular champion in Morrell and a super champion in Canelo, crickets. Nobody's saying nothing. And the WBA is next in the rotation. So what's up, WBA? What y'all gonna do?
Brandon.
The rotation is up. No, the rotation is up. So either it's gonna be, in my opinion, it should be either Benavidez or Morrell. One of the two, because you making up interim fights and shit for what? If he not fighting Bivol, which I can understand, Bivol's a tough competitor. Like Floyd would say, he's a hell of a fighter. I can see that. But if he gonna fight one of these 160 dudes, what are we doing all these interim championships for, man? What's up with that?
Brandon,
I need to see David. What's up, bro?
So to me, and I know you always watching the show. So yesterday I was telling Ness the reason I'm not mentioning Benavidez was only because he got the Lemieux fight. It seems like lined up. I know no official announcement has been made. Hold on. I got a question for you though, because to me, the Benavidez fight is the most entertaining fight for Canelo at 68. Right? We are in agreement. But I just want your thought. Who do you feel has a better win on their record, Benavidez or John Ryder?
Bruh, nobody. So, okay, I hear what you're saying. You want to take this win. Like I said, it's a controversial win, and people are really arguing about. Who 35-year-old?
Who arguing? We done did two. We done did two shows. We done did two shows. I mean, we done did two. We done did two shows.
Before they make the announcement, on the live fight show, before they make the announcement, what was you saying? What was you saying before they made the announcement? After they made the announcement, what was you saying?
Can I speak?
What? Go ahead.
I'm just saying, I haven't heard anyone call in. You're the first person calling in with this energy. Nobody's called in talking about, oh, that was a robbery. Oh, Ryder deserves it. Give him a rematch. Nothing like that.
Controversial. I said controversial.
Man, well, that
you
ain't enough.
Saying it's controversial.
Controversial ain't enough.
Nobody was like Danny Jacobs ain't no. At this point in his career, everybody's saying he's a cash out. He's about to go out. He should retire. This and that. So nobody respecting that. David Benavidez is a former champion. You know what I'm saying? 2 times, never been beat in the ring. What are we talking about, man? No, beat the fuck out of John Ryder. I don't. Danny Jacobs wouldn't even get in the ring with. He wouldn't even get in the ring with Benavidez, man. Unless it's for a big payday.
I don't think we arguing that the Benavidez fight is the bigger fight, but we are just stating the facts in the sense of Canelo's team having expressed on numerous occasions a desire to debut in the UK.
Yeah, just like Japan.
And I said
you can't make Benavidez from Japan.
And I said it. Like I know, Brandon, you always watching the show, and I said it. I don't want to see that next. I want to see ideally Charlo, but his legal issues. So I think Bivol. That's what I think. I think Bivol would be next. But to me, if it was a John Ryder, it'd probably be kind of how Canelo has done it in the past. Turn around, fight you a couple months later, maybe a December fight. Something along those lines. But I think there definitely is bigger fish to fry. If you ask me what fight should be next, in a perfect world, it would be David Benavidez. Fuck the Lemieux fight.
Well,
I didn't even know Lemieux. I didn't even know. I didn't even know.
Interim. Why are we talking about?
Why your man accepting the interim? Why your man accepting the interim? Why he don't got something in writing? Why he don't got something in writing from the WBC stating that Canelo's doing something else?
That's the only kind of way he can at least get some sort of a guarantee. Because all you're gonna say, who is he fought? He don't have a belt. He this and that. They're gonna make all the excuses in the world to say what he ain't got. So if you got an interim belt, I guess you could at least somehow tie it to the champion and say, hey, you should at least fight the interim. I understand that, because any other way they're going to discredit him, say he lost his bet on the scales, he did this and that, so what have you done? You undisciplined? So you got to get some kind of tie to the champion.
Man, if you Al Heyman, you say, fuck that interim belt, offer the Benavidez fight. Make an offer, make a formal offer.
I just told him this to get in contact with Samson to see what he doing. Samson, you made the call.
Samson ain't pick up. Samson ain't pick up.
Why are we doing an interim belt? You know what I'm saying? Why are we talking about an interim, man? Fuck that.
You know why, man. You know why. The
WBA, the WBC, they're scared, man. They're scared to talk to this dude. Tell him to do something.
Brandon,
he's gonna do whatever he want to do.
Brandon, when can I get an intro, man? I'm the co-host.
Yo, when can I get my audio?
Oh, man.
Restroom walk, Danny. When can I get my
restroom walk?
My audio.
He said restroom walk. Hey, man, you got to remind me, bro. I'm an old man. I got memory loss.
Hey, that goes for anybody else too. If you're trying to get on this, I got a project going. I'm trying to get everybody on. If you're interested in getting on there, follow SDS Promotion on IG, and we'll talk about it. And we'll get you on this project where it's like everybody having a voice heard. For Ness, Ness and Danny, when they have to do the pictures with the guests, and it's an intermission, we'll play that, and everybody's voice will be heard on this intro, man. So I'm trying to do a world on the world type thing, man. What's up?
Shout out to SDS Promotion. All I know is the fucking co-host better get. I need an intro by the end of this month.
No, that ain't how you get it, bro.
I need an intro, Brandon. I need it, man. I need it.
Hey, man. That's all good and well, Danny. We'll talk about it. But bottom line is, El Bandera Roja, give him his shot, man. Stop ducking, Canelo. Stop running.
Man,
we on your ass,
ain't nobody ducking that dude. Get out of here, man. How you on anybody's ass when your biggest win about to be David Lemieux? Knock it off, man.
You think that's bigger than Darrell? I don't even think that's bigger than Darrell.
I mean, it's more popular than Darrell.
Is it though?
Yeah, Lemieux been knocked out by more people. He lost to Gennady. He had that good knockout over Curtis Stevens. What else? Did he knock out Rosado? I doubt it. Nobody will knock out Rosado. Yo, what's up with Kanye, man? Why he had his kids at the Super Bowl wearing extra large gloves and shit? Them shits ain't even fit poor little North.
Odell Beckham gave his kids the gloves before the game, bro.
Oh, that's why. Because I'm like, yo, that glove don't even fit that little girl.
Nah, yeah, Odell gave Kanye's kids, those gloves, bro.
He want them free Yeezys.
Man, he dropped $200,000 on a pair of cleats for the game. I think he could afford a pair of Yeezys.
Nah, he can't get them exclusives. He got to wait like everybody else.
Fuck out of here, bro.
What you mean?
All he do is make a call. You know who Odell is?
Man?
Bro, you wildin'.
He ain't paying. He gonna pay above retail.
You think he give a fuck?
I'm just saying.
Bro, you think he give a fuck?
If he connected with Ye, he gonna get that right price.
Bro, you think he give a fuck about the price?
I'm just saying,
Odell got more pair of shoes than you got shows.
I'm just saying. I doubt that. I got hours on this bit. Yo, let me go out to Cincinnati.
Hello, ladies.
Anybody that know me know I've been a player, whether it was in Alabama, Ohio, or anywhere around the globe.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
I've been smashing Telly Swifts, man. I didn't have to become a millionaire to get that caliber of woman. One of the people's choices, one of the fans' favorites, a guy that can galvanize this crowd such as myself.
He's too ugly to be the world champ. The world champ should be pretty like me.
The AJ of trucking. Yep, Brandon in Cincinnati.
SDS Promotions.
Yo, Nez, Danny, what's going on? Good morning.
Buenos dias.
What's up?
Before I get on Canelo, let me say, whenever I see Teofimo complaining on IG about his baby mom, I just think, fam, you owe your mom and them an apology. They warned you. Told you that little hoe wasn't right.
Whoa. Whoa, bruh. Bruh, you don't even know.
Saying.
But you don't even know, like, if like, what he said. What he said on Twitter. What he said.
Them warned him. Their moms them warned him. And now he's reaping the
but what he saying? What he saying? But what he saying on
IG? I wish I could see my son, but that bitch of a mother of his won't let me. And like, your mom and them told you she wasn't right, fam. So, hey.
Damn, he said that on Twitter? Bro,
Yeah.
my man wilding out here.
Should have listened, man. Mama gonna tell you when she ain't right. Mama know. But
shout out to Brandon from Cincinnati.
As far as Canelo, hey, real talk. As far as Canelo,
that's crazy.
I don't like the Ryder fight, man. I specifically said the other day, and I'm consistent. As long as he's fighting champions, I don't care what champion he fight. I don't want to see no fucking Ryder. It ain't like Ryder had a great performance. That was a hood.
It ain't his fault that Benavidez is not a champion and that Charlo's not from the UK. He trying to make a UK debut.
I'm telling you what I want to see. I don't care. I don't care about no UK. I live in Cincinnati. I don't live in the UK. Then they talking about more than likely we can expect all Canelo fights on DAZN to probably be pay-per-view now. DAZN pay-per-view. So if you're going to make me pay DAZN pay-per-view, I don't want to see no fucking Ryder. Ryder's a fucking garbage. He just beat an overrated Danny Jacobs.
Overrated? Really? You disrespectful, man. How you going to call him overrated?
Danny Jacobs is overrated. He beat an overrated Peter Quillen.
Overrated.
He beat an overrated Peter Quillen and had a good showing against Golovkin. What has he really done? Let's just be real.
Bruh, you gotta factor in everything else. You gotta factor in the Ishe Smith, the Fernando Guerreros, the Sergio Moras, the Sergey Derevyanchenko's before Charlo, when he was undefeated.
Overrated, man.
You crazy. You can't say he overrated, then turn around and say Derevyanchenko's the biggest name on Charlo's resume. Fuck is wrong with you?
I never said Derevyanchenko was the big name for either one of them niggas.
You know your boys on the back call did.
Hey, you talking to Brandon Maurice. I never said Derevyanchenko was good. Give a damn about no Derevyanchenko. Canelo, give us Benavidez, Charlo, or some champions. You can give me McAboo. I don't want no fucking Ryder, though. Get out of here with that garbage. That's my call, man. Oh, yeah, Danny, throw away all that Bears shit, bro. I'm a Packers fan. You tripping with all that.
Hey, man, fuck Packers you. End this call. End this call, man. End this call, man. We don't talk to them people. With them Canadians. We don't talk to them. We don't talk to them.
Canadians.
He was funny about that comment about Teal's. Yeah.
We got Coach J-Mac.
I'm in the ocean. You say you the big fish. I'm looking for you. Maybe a spins, get his tail out his butt, and he'll fight me.
You are watching a master at work.
Y'all get practice, baby. When I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak.
Oh, big in the motherfucker, man. We ain't gonna be able to fire your punk ass out.
What you wanna bet? You can bet 100,000 on that. Let's bet $1 million. I'll break your fucking neck.
J-Mac, New Orleans.
Don't like what I said, nigga? Do something fucking about it.
One of the best finishers. No. Give me the towel. Give me the towel.
SDS Promotions.
Get ready for the back attack.
Yo, Ness.
Yo.
Do me sounding like part 2.
Mm.
What up? Nah,
Y'all killing
topic at hand. Hey, this Canelo thing gotta be stopped. A John Ryder. I mean, we get on this show and talk boxing every day. Claim diehards. We got 2 managers on here trying to matchmake and patent stats for Canelo. Like the zone is patent stats for Canelo. And Adrian, don't ever disrespect Tom Brady and compare a goddamn Canelo to Tom Brady. Tom Brady beat the best. Super Bowl proves the 2 best teams get there and they're the best, and they're proven. You get there's no ducking, there's no weight clause, there's no rehydration classes and all that shit. So we ain't got to make up what Tom Brady did. That's greatness. You compare the Tom Brady to the greats of all on, like Michael Jordans and all that stuff like that. But not no goddamn Canelo Alvarez.
So you
hey, don't cut my call off because Nestle ain't gonna give me my extra time because he don't like what I be saying. You don't even give me my shout outs when I be doing my when I do my cash apps and all that.
Dog, you know I said my bad.
Bruh, you cut my time short more than anybody.
I never cut your time short.
Yes, you do.
You get more time than everybody here, man.
Yeah, I hear you. I pay for my time. Like I was saying, I don't want to see Canelo in there with. I don't want to see Canelo in with another goddamn bum that y'all certifying. The zone is patented stats. They got many.
John Ryder would be the biggest name on your favorite fighter's resume.
I hear you. That's your narrative. I don't run with that bullshit. I run with mine. And don't compare me to everybody else on that goddamn back call. I never said Jamal biggest win was that bum that got his ass whooped because he get credit off for losing and what have you. So like I say, I want to see a Bivol or Benavidez. That's some good fights. That's some great fights. That's some fights that everybody want to see.
Bivol, Benavidez.
They definitely want to see. It is. Bivol a champion.
Why you don't ask your favorite fighter to move up 2 fucking divisions?
Hey, I said Andrade can move up and fight Benavidez. What are you talking about?
Ask Charlo to ask Crawford to move up to fucking 60 and fight Gennady then.
Hey, Crawford. Hey. Look at you trying to flip me up.
It's the truth. It's the truth. You want Canelo to go fight a 175-pounder, but you ain't asking fucking Crawford to go fight Gennady.
Let me answer the question.
Anytime you want.
Frankenstein. I don't want to see Frankenstein in the ring. Frankenstein is Charlo. He go get in there and get his ass whipped. Dude ain't did shit at 160 but wait around and get his car declined at a restaurant. Now he obviously has mental problems and beating up on people in his family. And that's the best thing he did at 160. I don't give a shit about no Frankenstein. He go get his ass whipped. Forrest, the other guy, you said Crawford. You know what Crawford trying to do at 147. He got 154, 160 divisions to possibly worry about. We're not going to and jump and make believe fights like Canelo do. Them fights be staged, and Canelo pay them guys for them fucking fights. So like it's a whole different caliber. So and sit up there and say what Crawford need to be doing, like he not striving for his greatness. We're trying to take care of.
He paid Gamboa. He paid Gamboa not to hit him again.
Yeah, right, nigga. Yeah, right. But hey, Canelo needs to fight Bivol or Benavidez. Bivol is at 175, making a weight. We know he jumps and hops from beautiful weight. He wants to make his weight for because we know he can do it and whatever. So I will see Bivol or Benavidez. That's the only 2 fights. I do not want to see Jamal.
I hate that people really want to see Bivol. I hate that. Like my man ain't did shit. You know, like he really ain't do nothing. What he do? What's his biggest win?
He a champion. Well, he did more than John Ryder.
Oh, he a champion. He a champion. Callum Smith was a champion.
Yeah, he did more.
Callum Smith was a champion.
Hey, that'll be That'll be a perfect UK fight. Get him over there. Canelo don't need a dance partner. Canelo's the cash cow to face of boxing. Come off the street and sell out. So what are you making these excuses for? Get him over there and fight a real fight.
We trying to fight in the UK, man. We trying to fight in the UK. Your mans ain't from the UK, man. End of story. You know what I'm saying? We need a UK person on the other side of the ring from us. That's all. That's what he's shooting for, man. He need to make that debut. And if I was him, I'd go to Japan too. You got to force these dudes to fight, man.
Well, Ryder?
Yeah, you got to force these dudes to fight. You can't be sitting around here just doing everything for everybody.
Bivol, Premier Boxing Champions presents
Mr. PBC, baby.
Anybody think they see some flaws in my game, call out.
Hey, Buzz, stop crying, nigga. Join the team.
Our Heyman is a blessing to the sport of boxing.
The sun is shining, the chicks stay signing.
Fuck Top Rank. Good job, Al Heyman.
Last time I checked, unification's Trump mandatory.
Because Al Heyman and PBC offered me something bigger. Show me the money. I guess I gotta be like everybody else and saying Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby.
SDS Promotions.
Yo, who was that said I could quit my job now, baby?
Yo, what's good? What's good? It's PBC. I can't wait to see what Canelo does. Hopefully he don't go a Ryder though. I mean, he ain't really ride on nobody. Like who he ride on?
On
like,
Daniel Jacobs.
Danny is a overrated Devin Haney. He's just like Devin Haney.
He ain't like Devin. Devin undefeated.
He got no power.
Devin a world champion.
That's what Devin Haney gonna look like. He's just basically a doppelganger.
Whatever,
so,
man.
At the end of the day, man, I want to see Bivol. Ryder ain't never really ride on nobody. He ain't got no street credibility.
He rode on Jacobs.
Nigga, Jacobs was like about to be rode on.
He rode on Jacobs, especially the last half.
Like the OG in the hood, he was gonna get rode on and shit. He wasn't like doing nothing. Like he beat fucking Senior Chief Chavez Jr. Lopez. Come on, man. I mean, he should have just, he could have been like someone else or something. But I want to see Bivol, man. It's about that time. Bivol's doing his thing. Joe Smith is fighting better beef, even though Russia's going to war. It's about that time, man. Bivol needs his straps, and he's the only one that's credible. Charlo's not credible. Ryder ain't. He's not even a real rider. He's been underneath the coattails of Eddie Hearn for a while, just waiting for his chance. I would like to see Ryder versus Chris Eubanks. Ryder versus Demetrius Andrade.
If Ryder, listen to me, if Ryder fights Andre, they'll say Andre fought another nobody. You know what I'm saying?
But you just said
even though Ryder's got a better win than Andre Benavidez and Charlo.
Well, since it's a close fight, why don't he just get the rematch with Devin Haney Jacobs?
I mean, I don't know that anybody wants to see that. Ryder's moving on to bigger and better Canelo things.
I see. Shout out to Bud, man. Hopefully he signs to the people he needs to sign to. I've been hearing he's going to sign back with Bob. Is that true, Ness?
Man, you know I ain't hear that. They don't tell me nothing like that.
One of the Bud boys said he should sign back with Bob. I'm like, man, that's like Django going back to the nigga who horse fell on and shit.
Yo, they just asked you, unified, what he says? No, unidentified brown male being a member for 10 months says, when is the last time Bivol was even in a main event? No one wants Bivol, bro.
Okay, but unidentified brown male, what is he, a cop? I don't know what that means. I'm just keeping it real, man. Bivol has obviously got a belt. Ryder don't even have a gun. He don't got a belt. He ain't even really from no hood. He's just John Ryder from a Wild Wild West movie. So I don't want to see that, man. If Canelo does, obviously he's going to look good in your guys' eyes. But in my eyes, I'm looking for a big fight. And to be a big fight is Bivol, the most proven dude that he ain't fought.
Ryder's a big fight, man.
Bivol ain't going to be talking to Canelo saying I'm pretty good for an Asian. All that stuff, man. It's just gonna be a fight, and that's all I want to see. That's my call.
All right. I got James Payne lethal.
James Payne is my name, partner, how about you? Standing on my property and I'm gonna see about you. If I come out on my porch, I see you chilling in your wheel. Boy, I hope you know somebody better be waiting on the pitch. James Payne, baby, see me pissing on the post. If we're playing basketball, you might see me in the post.
James Payne must be on a job. We got.
He's trying to unmute himself. Looks like he has microphone issues.
Can you hear me?
We do.
We
do.
Man, finally. It's me checking in from Tennessee. James Payne, Mr. Lethal himself. And y'all know what it is, man. The best part of waking up, TBV in my cup. Shout out to the TBV alumni that made this slogan world famous. Finally, I get my call here in studio. I've been trying to get through to this place. Man, it's been days now, and it's harder to get through. It's like, man, damn. It's like trying to get through a Chick-fil-A drive-through or something, trying to get through TBV these days. But it's all good. Yo, happy Valentine's Day. And what better way to spend this lovely day than talking about the sport that I love, boxing. I didn't watch the Sucker Bowl yesterday. Ness done converted me. I'm just tuning out. I'm checking out on shit that I don't even give a fuck about. I'm just all about this boxing shit here recently. Rest in peace, Danny Jacobs. We need to send him some flowers. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Rest in peace, brother. I don't know, man. You know, maybe he was thinking about Angela or something while he was in why he couldn't create this couldn't create the separation that he needed. Damn it, Danny. Damn it, man. I think it's a wrap, brother. I think it's time to just lay it down. Maybe we can get him set up with a reality TV show with some, you know, The Bachelor or fucking Dating the Miracle Man or some shit like that. Man, Canelo sweepstakes, huh? You know what? I think I want to throw my name in the fucking Canelo sweepstakes. I'm still recovering from an ACL injury, but Canelo could come fight me. I'll fight Canelo. He don't even got to pay me the money he paid Caleb. He could just throw me $1 million. I'll be good with that, man. I'll give him 2-3 rounds and then get up out of there for him. I mean, shit, because, you know, I mean, damn, he's fighting. It's just the Canelo sweepstakes. So I got to throw my name in the hat, too, because if you don't buy a ticket, then you can't fucking win the lottery. So let me just throw my name in the hat, too, since we got probably a dozen people Canelo could pick for. Let's make it 13. So shout out to Canelo for being the king. These other guys need to get the smoke. And I want to make one point. This is a point I've been trying to make for a week now. The economics of boxing. Now, there's enough money to pay Canelo 30, 40, 50 mil. Damn, that's a lot of bread. But we can't get Haney Cambrosos. We can't get, I mean, like some of these other, like these other fights that need to be made to clear up who's the quote unquote king of those divisions. We can't get those because of money, because of budget, whatever the hell we saying. But they got enough money to throw the big bag at Canelo. And the undercard's gonna be trash. The only thing we paying to see is really just one fight. I'm checking out on this shit, man. I'm starting to really wonder. And then shout out to PBC. I ain't talking about Mr. PBC because he actually a cool dude. I'm talking about Premier Break'em champions. You know what I'm saying? They've been breaking us for the past year, breaking my pockets all the way down. If you really do the math on this shit, how much did we pay last year? If you really hardcore, because they breaking the hardcore. They don't give a fuck about. It's like they say they want casuals, but they really breaking us. What? They punishing us. What? $600 last year in pay-per-views alone? Like, damn. What we do wrong outside of being boxing fans? And you still
pay up. y'all been paying up, so they like, well, damn, if these dudes gonna keep kicking out, we gonna keep getting them.
Bro, how the fuck can we turn this shit around, champ? How can we fix this? Because this is.
I don't know about all that.
Oh, you don't know about it,
I don't know about fixing. I just don't know about fixing. You know, we all eventually just become mindless zombies that continue to buy pay-per-views.
But we're not mindless, bro. We're the most educated fans on the planet, thanks to the boxing voice, the voice of the people.
I mean, but we don't have anything else, man. We need it.
My God, bro, man. I'm pressing the panic button, man, because, man, like, look. They keep giving us shit fights this year already. We're halfway through February, and they done fed us 2 mediocre pay-per-views. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. Like give us more to chew on, man.
Well, I mean, the next one, to be fair, will be Errol Spence and Yordani Sugas for
okay.
You know, for
all right.
3/4 of the welterweight division.
I mean, so, you know, I fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Big fish. But see, it's more about like with this fight right here. It's a 3-belt unification, but I feel like everybody's more on pins and needles because they want to see what Earl look like rather than the fact that he trying to clean up, quote unquote, his side of the street, right? And then once he does that, is he gonna stay at welterweight? Is he gonna go see their last man that got the last piece to the puzzle? Is he going to be Thanos of the division and go get all the Infinity Gems? Or is he just going to do... I mean, I don't know. But I told y'all how I felt about that a couple weeks ago. I'm still on upset watch. So I'm hoping that Big Fish, Big Swimming. But I'm on upset watch. I think it's a cash out. And then I heard Ness make a point, I think it was last week, when he said, if it's a cash out, you don't cash out with Crawford, who don't got any... you don't got any kind of contractual obligations, or you don't got them papers. Why would you cash out with him? You cash out with the guy you got paperwork on and Ugas, and then you can keep the belts on your side of the street and keep making fights and keep doing shit. Well, I mean, hey, strategically, shout out to Ness Heyman, man, because he like the oracle. Now I can see the strategy. You cash out Big Fish, and you're keeping the belts on your side of the street, and you're still freezing out the Butterfinger community, man. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna see what's happening. I'm about to get back to work, champ. I just wanted to just talk some shit, man, see if I could get on the call and see if I could get my voice heard in the studio because it looks so sweet. Oh, yeah, one more thing, man. I did check YouTube. The numbers don't look right, man. We got all these hundreds of people watching. Why y'all ain't hitting the thumbs up? What y'all don't like, what y'all seeing, man? Quit shoplifting, man. Quit window and go ahead and make a commitment, man. Y'all spending y'all bread on these expensive dinners, on flowers and candy, giving these females cavities, and they got to run up dentist bills.
Flying them out.
You know
Shout out Johnny Rice.
And then all this make a commitment with the TBV, man. Come on, right here, man. The voice of the people, man. The illest, trillest, dopest boxing podcast in the galaxy. If you don't know where you're at astrologically, that's the third rock from the sun. And we right here each and every day giving y'all this good boxing talk, this boxing gospel. Shout out to the boxing gods, holding it down, keeping us informed, keeping us entertained, keeping us up to date on the latest and greatest happenings in the world of boxing. Because we love this shit. Not just on Valentine's Day, every day. Like let's say, every day is a Friday when we on TBV, man. So y'all make sure you hit that thumbs up button, not just on this episode, but each and every episode of the Boxing Voice. And hit the subscribe too while you're at it, man. Let's get to these goals, man. We got to get these numbers up, these subscribership numbers up. If you ain't on Patreon, if you ain't on YouTube members, you must got low functioning brain cells. Go ahead and make a choice, man. Make a choice today, right now. You can do it. We finna have church in here, man. We finna have a call to the altar right now. Come on down. If you're new to the sport, don't worry. We got people that are experienced and they knowledgeable and they can assist you in becoming a hardcore boxing fan right here on TBV. Just come on down. That's all you got to do. Just raise your hand and come on down, and we got you. You in good hands right here on the Boxing Voice. This was James Payne Lethal James Payne is me checking in, and now I'm checking out from the great state of Tennessee. Thank you to the Boston Voice. Thank you to the Boston guys. Thank y'all. Rain Walk Danny, it's a pleasure to finally, exchange some verbiage with you, man. I look forward to meeting you because I'm coming to kick the dough in Vegas. So
Let's
y'all
go.
get ready. Saving my ducats. I've been working overtime. I done came off of working a 13-day straight shifts, 13 days straight. I'm finna kick the fucking dough in Vegas. Sticky paws, wherever the fuck y'all at, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna put a GPS on y'all ass. I'm pulling up. Y'all gonna see me, man. Y'all gonna see me. I'm gonna be laying on the horn, letting you know James Payne Lethal is here. So I'm coming to kick the dough in. But until then, man, y'all keep holding it down, man. I love this shit. I love the community. I appreciate the time. I appreciate y'all hard work. And y'all keep holding it down, man. God bless.
All right. Looks like we got James Benitez. Did we go to him? I feel like he Cash App, but never. Ooh, speaking of Cash App, I think we had a counterpunch from Mr. PBC.
Yo, can you add on my boomerang to this? Because I got to go on work. I ain't got time for this. This is big bank reporting to little banks. If you can't spend none, you never win none. If you don't got the money to buy it, don't watch it. I have locations maybe y'all can go. You can go to a friend's house who got money. He can buy the pay-per-view. You can go to a bar. It's $20 cover charge. Sometimes casinos have it too. If you ain't got no money. Just shouting out to all the niggas who ain't got money, who complain. You can get a second job. They got DoorDash, Uber. You can save up a little money. And if your girl's charging you child support, then get her on child support. That's it for that part. But I can't wait to see Bivol, man, really destroy Canelo. Canelo's flat-footed. Canelo's dreams are almost over. Bivol's here. She's not going nowhere. There's no one else for Bivol to fight. Gilberto Ramirez has contractual problems. Obviously, we know that Golden Boy has money problems. They've been spending a lot of money on coke lately. Hopefully, they can get their money up. But I would like to see Bivol first, get the chance. He's the most proven dude. We've already seen the Plant Boys come in the picture. They really kind of destroyed it and kind of embarrassed us out here in the streets.
Plant is with PBC, man. Big him up.
I don't big him up. I'm not a fan of everybody on PBC. I ain't a fan of Charlo. I'm not a fan of Plant. Never was. He has like 3 big fights. But at the end of the day, man, if you ain't got the money and you're complaining about it, if you can't spend some, you're never going to win some, man. That's my call.
Hey, Mr. PBC, before you go, quick question. He gone?
He gone. Yeah, he muted himself.
But he can still hear you.
Hey, Mr. P.
What'd you say?
I was saying, champ, are you a betting man?
A betting
A betting man. Do you?
Yes.
All right. That Bivol Canelo fight ever happened, I would gladly put 5,000 to your to your 2,000.
Wow.
To your 2,000.
Call him big spender.
On flat-footed Canelo. On
big money Canelo. Man.
I knew you was gonna speak up. That's why I said it.
Big money man said 5 to your 2.
I'm willing to do it, man. I'm willing to do it. I feel like Canelo's season's over, and Bivol's season's coming up. If you're willing to do it, I mean, we gotta get the receipts of the cash, and then we can definitely do that.
Oh yeah, we could definitely do that. Make sure to save the timestamp of this. You
can get my cash app from Nestor Gibbs.
No, I don't want to even cheat you like that. We're gonna do cash in hand because
cash in hand. He all the way in Seattle.
That's cool.
Other Washington.
I got Zelle.
Okay, I don't want to have to pay no fees when you send my money through. You get what I'm saying?
Man.
So I come to Seattle, Starbucks on me, and cash in hand exchange. We could take a picture. We could go see the little needle and maybe catch a Seahawks game.
Ain't nobody making a $5,000 bet without no deposit.
Deposit? What? This ain't no bank.
Yo, I'm not making no bet, and you ain't got your money on some sort of escrow. I don't believe people.
Yes, you ain't never had the balls to bet on the show.
Bruh, I bet with the bookies, man. My bookie. Use the code BET TBV.
It got like, my bookie's trash. It got like $6 of my money. It won't let me pull it out.
Why not?
I got Bovada, man.
Why not? I got Bovada too now. I got approved by Bovada, man. We might rock with Bovada. I did get approved.
Way better, bro. And you in Florida, so you can use your debit card to join. I gotta use crypto.
I'm in Vegas now, man. I'm in Vegas now, hopefully. So, I need Bovada LV.
But Ness, can you get Bivol on the show or Gilberto Ramirez?
He speaks no English.
Bivol speaks English. How much you want to bet?
I'm pretty sure he speaks.
Nah, he don't speak English.
He speaks English. All right, I'll bet you $1,000 he speaks English.
He don't speak English, bro.
All right, man. That's my call, man. Anybody who calls in who ain't got money for pay-per-view, I'll donate to your Cash App like $1.
That ain't gonna help. That ain't gonna help nobody.
No, I'll send them an invitation for DoorDash and stuff, and maybe they can do a couple runs.
Look, man, if you tricking off, I'll send you my Cash App. You know what I mean? But appreciate the call, Mr. PBC.
So,
love.
All right. We got James Benitez.
Listos pe los chingazos. Listos pe los chingazos.
And it's not going the distance. Either he'll wave the white flag or I'll wave it for him.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
A lot of you live believable lives. It's easy to sit in those seats. It ain't easy to stand up here. Remember that.
Matter of fact, when I smacked his brother in this gym right here, he didn't do anything. All he did was stand there like a big fat pussy.
Your mind, how does that fight go?
With me getting my hand raised.
SDS Promotions.
Yo, hey, good afternoon, Ness. Good morning, Ness. How you holding up?
Straight. Good morning.
Man, I done missed pretty much the majority of the whole show, man. So I guess you still talking about Canelo fighting overseas in the UK?
Yes, John Ryder.
Cool.
Eddie's saying John Ryder's the option.
Didn't I say that last night? So I already confirmed that right there, man. Eddie just reconfirmed what I already said right there. That's the money play to go happen. Who the hell really cares to see Bivol on TV, man? He's a fucking snooze fest, man. I don't give a shit what PBC say, man. Like, nobody really cares about Bivol, man. It's just like, come on, man. Like, Bivol's like, yes, he's a good fighter. Yes, he's technically sound and all that other stuff. But come on, man. Like, really, we can at least he's not even going to even sell the fight. So at least Ryder can actually sell the fight at least because he taught English. I haven't heard Bivol say a damn word. Have you?
They saying he talks English.
Yeah, just because they say something doesn't mean it's true.
That is true.
So other than that, man, I'm seeing these articles now talking about Danny Jacobs should retire, man. How you feel about that? You think he should?
You can't beat Ryder. He's probably trying to retire.
Come on, man. But he probably can still beat Charlo.
I don't know about that. If you can't beat Ryder, you probably can't beat Charlo.
Come on now, man. Ryder already showed that he's probably a better competition than Charlo.
Technically he has a better win than Charlo, but it doesn't mean that fighter A beating fighter B means he can beat C.
I agree and disagree with that to some aspects, man. I think that Jacobs could probably beat most of Charlo's competition, man. So I really think that's a fight that should still be made, man.
Maybe.
But Charlo probably wouldn't get through that, man. Because Charlo ain't really trying to sign no fights, really. At least with no reputable names, in my opinion. But other than that, Ness, man, I'm going to keep it mild today. I ain't going to say nothing too crazy. And playing still the big dog in the division, man. And if Bivol ever want to step up and shrink down or whatever, he get his ass whooped. Charlo ever really want to sign a real fight, he'll get his ass whooped. And, and Benavidez, shit. I ain't going to say nothing, man. He's your homie again, so I ain't going to say nothing bad about him. I'm out.
All right. Mr. Steal Your Chin said counterpunch from Mr. PBC. We'll get back to Mr. Steal Your Chin.
Yo, Ness.
Yo.
It's funny how people call in and like big up this dude named Plant, right? But I never heard of Plant before that. Like the only Plant I knew was Reggie. So I mean, like, yo, Bivol will smash Plant. He'll smoke Plant. He'll roll him up. He's easy work. I never even heard of anybody fucking with Plant. Plant, like people called in was fucking with Plant. He was on your didn't he come to your appreciation night?
Yeah.
Who really knew him that night? I'm just saying, man.
He's known, bro. He's known on these streets.
These streets, but when I seen him in the video, he was scared to fucking fight David Benavidez' brother. He was running.
Bruh.
With his coattail. He was crying, I heard.
Bruh.
At the end of the day, Bivol versus Plant? I mean, y'all paid money to see Plant versus Canelo, just for Canelo to get the belt from Plant. But at the end of the day, man, talk that talk, man, but I ain't never really heard anybody fuck with Plant unless they know Charlo. Unless they're kicking it with Charlo and Plant's there, and he said, well, he's bumping 8 Mile and stuff, but that's about it. That's my call, man.
All right. Let's see here. We got Jerron. What up? Jerron going one time. Call you 2 times. Hey. Oh, you just listening, all right? Because you got some serious background noise. We're going to go out to Louisville Slugger, also known as Las Vegas Slugger.
Only time y'all see me in Rays is when I turn into the Bronze Mama.
I want a body, and he gonna be the body.
The ambulance better be ready. The medical better be ready. The referee better be ready. They better have that towel to be able to throw it.
SDS Promotions.
Was he right?
LV Slugger.
TBV, fellas, what up?
What up?
What up? Yeah, so Canelo in the UK. You know, I'm gonna keep the same energy that I've been had with Canelo, man. Like, a lot of these guys' favorite fighters, man, only fight him probably about 1 or 2 times a year, man. Canelo just undisputed a whole division 4 times in less than a year. So I was always like, shit, if he wanted whatever, I'm cool with whatever he do next. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem, but I can't say I would want it over, these champions. You know what I'm saying? But like I said before, but what he just did in less than a year, he deserved, a little, whatever he want to do fight. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like John Ryder is no big name or nothing. After beating out of prime Jacobs. You know what I mean? But he's definitely if he an option. But I think Chris Eubank could be a bigger fight in the UK than John Ryder. Especially with Eubank, with his father. Being who he was, a legend over there, and his last performance. So, it is what it is. I ain't got no problem, but I do think Jamal Charlo is the bigger fight. I think if with what Plant doing, with Canelo and Plant doing 800,000, I think a Jamal and Canelo do 1 million easy. We all know how that black and Mexican does, and with Canelo being the star he is, and Charlo, being a two division champ, I do think that'll do 1 million pay-per-view buys, man, if we was to get that fight. But, hopefully we get it. And it's disappointing to see what he, dealing with the, the legal issues. But hopefully, we can still get it. That's the one I want out of all the fights. But, you know what I'm saying? The John Ryder fight, I'm not really, feeling it. But like I said, I can't really knock him after what he just did in less than a year. But, yeah, that's really my call, man.
All right, appreciate you.
All right, Trav, can I get a Zoom link?
Yep, standby.
So we're going to get Samson Lewkowicz on to ask him why they got David Benavidez on the back burner.
And for those of you who've been living under a rock, Samson Lewkowicz is not just David Benavidez's promoter. Discovered the likes of Manny Pacquiao. He discovered Bolivita Uzcategui too, right? He was with Bolivita. Who else, Ness?
With everybody.
With everybody.
Pacquiao, Maravilla, Fortuna.
Yup, Sergio Martinez. So, let's see what Samson has to say, because like I said, fuck David Lemieux. I didn't even know he was still an active fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Make that offer to Canelo.
Nah, David got like 5 fights, bro, that he's been winning on, in the comeback.
I mean, he's never lost.
Who?
David.
We talking about Benavidez. I mean, Lemieux. Yeah. I thought that's what you meant.
Oh, yeah. You said David, though.
Yeah, because they both named David. Lemieux and David Benavidez.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
David.
Yeah.
So let's see. He's in Uruguay. He's in Uruguay. Uruguay. Do you say Uruguay or Uruguay?
We in Spanish we say Uruguay.
Uruguay. He's in Uruguay. So let's see, can he get it done out there? Smash that thumbs up button. It's gonna help with the visibility of the show. It's gonna help the show grow. It's gonna put it in the eyes of other boxing fans that want to listen to on the fly fantastic interviews. He hasn't seen my link yet. So in the meantime, we're going to Majid in Ohio.
Yo. Everybody like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Join YouTube members and Patreon for something. When I heard that this shit was eliminated with the Ryder and Jacobs, I already figured, that he was going to be in the mix, and I'm all right with it, but now just listen to everybody talk. All I'm thinking about is Andre. I be trying to speak up for him, but technically, he said that fucking Jacobs was his friend. He won't fight his friend. So now you got somebody like Ryder that just got the biggest win in his career that you maybe could have did or couldn't have, but you ain't even take that chance trying to shake hands and smile with people. So I don't care about this. If Canelo take that fight, like I said, I'm with it. And I still want to see what people like him and Charlo do, because Charlo could be fighting Benavidez. I don't know what Andre could do right now or whatever. Maybe try to get that fight, but I highly doubt it. But they gotta figure out a way to create their own path, man, and stop chasing this dude, because this dude done did it. They behind him, and it is what it is, So that's all I got. Do something or just accept the positions they in, That's all I got.
All right. Looks like we got our guests on the line via Zoom. Samson Lewkowicz, how are you, my friend? Thank you for coming on short notice. We got no audio.
You're muted.
You have to unmute, Samson.
Nope, you're still muted.
Nothing. Well, while he figures that out, we'll get it together and start this interview. Obviously, there you go. I heard something there.
Okay, you got it.
You got it. What's going on? How are you?
I say I'm in vacation in my country, in Uruguay.
Oh, man. Well, thank you for taking out the time to talk to us. Obviously, being on vacation, still taking phone calls and doing interviews, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I believe that you need to say that to my wife. She allowed me.
well, thank you to your wife for allowing you. So, what's the weather like over there in Uruguay?
It's warm.
Oh, nice. Pretty cold here in Las Vegas.
I'm ready to go to the beach.
Oh, congrats. I want to hit the beach myself.
Right.
Well, I land in Florida tonight, so I'll be at the beach tomorrow if I want to, really. But listen, Samson, the reason we wanted to get you on is obviously, Canelo still hasn't made a decision about who he's going to fight. And we're just wondering, how did you feel when you heard the news that PBC made an offer to Canelo for $45 million to fight Jermall Charlo, and they didn't make an offer for David Benavidez and Canelo, which would have been, just as big, if not a bigger event, according to some?
Well, from the source, which is me, the promoter of David Benavidez, it was a lot more than that.
You mean the money was more than the $45 million?
Definitely, 100%.
So they were offering Canelo more money than what is reported to fight Jermall Charlo, in your opinion?
I believe because that Jermall, it will sell very well, but the people want to see Benavidez.
Now,
and Benavidez, he took a very shortcut to get the fight, which nobody can say that he won the big paycheck. He will not have the big paycheck. And that is the most important. So whoever challenge Canelo Alvarez, I can guarantee you that my fighter, David Benavidez, he will get 1/3 or less than a half than anybody else to make that fight happen.
Why is that, Samson?
That you will have a real fight. That my fighter, the challenger, it will not come for the money.
But why wasn't instead of Jermall, why wasn't a fight to fight David Benavidez offered to Canelo? I mean, David is the fighter who's been champion at 168 pounds. He's never lost. An exciting fighter, fan-friendly fighter. Why wasn't an offer made to Canelo to fight Benavidez next instead of Charlo?
Or both. Why not offer them both fights?
You want to know the money you're talking about?
No. ¿Por qué no le hicieron una oferta a Canelo para la pelea con David?
You got the offer for much more than $45 million.
Oh, okay. So we're misunderstanding. So you're saying that Canelo did receive an offer for Benavidez for more than $45 million, but it's just not being reported?
That is correct. You have the
breaking news.
Breaking news.
So how many more millions did they offer Canelo? Was because Charlo's 45, was David a $50 million offer? 48? What?
Much more, a lot more.
More than 50 million.
Much more than that.
And he said, and you're saying that, has he officially said no? Is that why David hasn't had a fight announced? Or are you still waiting to see, do they say yes?
I believe that the most important in this moment is the fight with Lemieux, but because we have a signed contract.
So why hasn't there been an official announcement from?
Because the date be in May, and our contract, that is a signed contract with the Lemieux, is on May. So, we don't know exactly if it be the 7th, the 14th, the 21st.
The 7th. So you're trying to see if Canelo takes the Charlo fight so you could put Lemieux on the undercard.
Most likely that it was the case.
That would be great. That would be great. David Lemieux versus David Benavidez on the undercard of Charlo Canelo is what you're saying, the possibility of.
That'd be great.
So now with Jermall's legal troubles, has there been even more interest from your side to say skip the Lemieux fight and let's just get David in there, or is that out of the question because of the contracts being signed already?
No, we have a contract. We're going with Lemieux.
Okay.
But can't you get out of that?
It's not the intention of Benavidez or myself at this moment. My intention is compliant, fight, and see what happens.
Is there any concern on your guys' end now with Jamal's legal trouble that maybe Canelo and his team choose to take the 2-fight deal with Eddie Hearn and fight Bivol and Triple G this year? Because then that would put you guys out of the question till at least early next year.
We have a young fighter, like it's Benavides, and he's making much more money than any one of the last opponent of Canelo, which means he doesn't need the money. What he needs is the glory. And the glory is to fight Canelo, but doesn't mean that he's going for the money, because he will take much, much less like any one of the last opponents of Canelo. So it means that he give millions of dollars of his money to give it to Canelo.
So you're saying that David has expressed that he will take less than the $10 million Caleb Plant got in order to just get the opportunity to fight Canelo?
Much, much less.
Wow. And you still can't get that fight. You still haven't received an offer, though.
What do you mean?
For Canelo.
No, PBC is sending an offer.
For Benavides.
And Benavides agreed to take much, much less.
For Canelo.
Give him Canelo for the challenge. That is unheard. And for me, I believe this to prove to everyone that doesn't come for a payday, that doesn't need it, because he's making very good money every time he fights.
Now, but you're sure that Benavides knew PBC made an offer to Canelo for a possible fight with himself?
I informed to Jose Benavides Sr.
Okay. Wow. That must be a little bit disappointing for Benavides to have not been able to take that fight or get that fight.
Well, but one thing Benavides say, David, that the time is in his favor. It's not in Canelo's favor.
Yeah, he's the younger one.
That's correct. David Benavides.
Well, I don't want to beat a dead horse. What's going on with Javier Fortuna?
Well, he's fighting next week in Dominican Republic.
Okay.
And then we'll see what we can do and who I can challenge.
And obviously it's been announced that Erickson Lubin and Sebastian Fundora will be fighting. And it looks like Sergio Garcia's on the undercard with Tony Harrison?
That's correct. That is confirmed.
And Harrison accepted the Sergio Garcia fight?
I have a signed contract.
Oh, wow, okay. Nice.
I don't have the contract of Harrison, but I do have the contract of Garcia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he's accepted, but we don't know if Tony has.
Harrison, he will never back up of any fight.
Okay. So that's interesting because Luis Aries said that the fight was offered to him, and, you know, obviously Harrison said no, according to Aries.
He said that doesn't have the fight?
Luis Aries said that the fight was offered to Harrison for him to fight, Harrison Aries. Luis Cubas Aries, that's trained with Salas.
Yeah. Okay.
So what's the plan for Fundora if he gets past this fight with Lubin? Are you expecting a Jermell Charlo fight, or are you expecting a vacant title shot?
I expect to win the fight, and then we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I never look on when I have a fight contract, I don't look on the future after that, because it'd be a stupidity to think about something bigger that we have in our hands that is big enough. Lubin is a great fighter. And by the way, that it can be in pay-per-view too, but I prefer people to see him from Showtime.
Speaking of stupidity, is it stupid of us boxing fans to believe that a possible fight with Demetrius Andrade and Benavidez is possible being as though one is with DAZN and the other is obviously aligned with PBC? Because David Benavidez said he would be willing to fight Demetrius Andrade, who obviously can't get a fight with anyone. And obviously that would be the biggest win on David Benavidez' resume if he was able to beat the two-time two-division champion, Demetrius Andrade.
Well, let me put it this way. I'm not aware of the conversations. I'm aware what he say, but knowing David Benavidez is not afraid to anyone, like many of the boxers. And if he say that, I imagine that is to prove that he will fight anyone, regardless how unlikely is to the people see this guy, you know what I mean?
But you think it's possible, or obviously with Benavidez fighting for Showtime and PBC, a fight with Andre right now is not in the cards?
Well, let me put it this way. I am an exclusive promoter of Benavidez. I will tell you the fight, it could happen. But in this case, the money needs to be right. But it could happen.
So it's not a case of you, because I know you've said on this show in the past that, you know, you have a relationship with Al Heyman, you know, like Javier Fortuna was a PBC guy, but you thought that, Javier would be able to go to DAZN. So are you saying that if you have the right conversations, David Benavidez can fight on DAZN, or does the Andrade fight have to happen on Showtime or PBC?
It can be either way, but the money it need to be superior, much more than to fight Canelo.
It has to be more than fighting Canelo.
That's correct.
Okay, so there was a rumored offer from Eddie Hearn to Jamal Charlo to face Andrade once upon a time for an unified fight at $7 million. Does that sound right to you?
It need to be much more than that.
More than $7 million to fight Andrade?
Yes, because it's not an easy fight. He's a great fighter. That whoever he want to put that fight, that most likely is not so attractive. That one need to be for the money.
But damn, more than $7 million
to talk about it.
Wouldn't that be a career high payday for David? Has he ever been paid $7 million?
Never.
So are you pricing yourself out in the eyes of the media and Eddie Hearn?
No, because this is what he deserves when he fight a guy that doesn't bring.
You say this is what he deserves when he fights a guy that doesn't bring what?
Nothing to the table.
Oh, but Andrade is a two-time champion. 2 divisions. How doesn't he bring anything to the table?
People doesn't pay to see him.
Okay.
So just to be clear, he would need to make more, David, that is, he would need to make more in a Andrade fight than he would in a Canelo fight?
Mm-hmm.
That is correct, because Canelo, it means a lot for David. And Andre is another fight that maybe it will win, but it will not look good.
So you're saying, so do you feel that Andrade gives Benavidez more problems than Canelo, or why wouldn't he look good?
It will beat, but it will not look good because it's the style make the fight, and it's not the right style for anybody. Doesn't mean that everybody is afraid of him. It will look, winning or losing, it will look bad. You know, let me tell you a story. When Sergio Maravilla Martinez came to America and I saw him in the first fight, I told him, you need to engage more. You need to fight and to change a little bit your style. That doesn't happen with this kid. Andrade, it will never change. Because he wants the win. He doesn't want to show a good fight to the people who pay to see him. And that is the difference.
But isn't it up to the opponent? I mean, if you got a guy in there that doesn't engage, it's up to Benavidez. And Benavidez's style is perfect for Andrade because he's the come forward, high activity. But I get you, you know. So $7 million, just to be clear, because I know Eddie's going to hear this, and I mean Eddie Hearn, Frank Smith, they're going to hear this. 7 is the talking point. Like, we can't even start talking unless you're talking about $7 and more million.
That's correct.
And let me ask you, because Eddie likes to throw numbers out in the media. A month from now, you're not going to say, oh, well, David's career, Al Heyman has got him to this point. He's put him on TV. I can't just take him to DAZN.
I took Javier Fortuna.
All right. I want to make sure there's no hurdles here because obviously David Benavidez, no one's signing up to fight him, and no one's signing up to fight Demetrius Andrade either.
Demetrius Andrade, he will fight, but the only thing I want to give him a nice GPS that is we can find it in the gym, in the ring.
So let me ask you a question here. Does Louis de Cubas have anything to do with David Benavidez? Is he some sort of manager, advisor?
Louis de Cuba is like my son. We're together.
Okay.
And our fighters. And there's more personal relation than business relation. So we take his advice. He's a young man that he learned a lot. So I'm very happy to have his friendship and work together and several fighters.
The reason I ask is obviously he has some relations with Benavidez, relations with Keller Plant and David Morrell, and those are fights that the public wants. They want to see Morrell and Plant. They want to see Plant and Benavidez is something we've been wanting. So are those fights going to be able to happen, being as though that Louis is involved in those 3 fighters?
Well, let me put it this way. Many years ago, Plant, you have a few fights, and he told me the story of Dora, and I feel, touched by that. And he said, I want David Benavidez to fight me when he was a champion the first time. I told him that in this moment, he doesn't need him, and he need to work hard to make it. So I say, I will not allow him to fight you in this moment. He took that in the wrong way because several times Plant that I like him very much. I like the story. I like his wife. But it was not precise what I say. I say in this moment it's wrong. The same thing I say with Maravilla Martinez when he fought, before he fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. I said, it's not the right time. This wait a little bit longer, and then you will get the most money possible, and this will happen. In this moment, Plant, he did what he's supposed to do. He came out to be a champion. He lost in a great fight with Canelo. Now, yes, I'm ready. But first is Lemieux, and then the rest.
But why would you be ready to fight Plant after he's no longer undefeated without a belt, when it was a belt and it could have been a unification?
Because David Benavidez, he want to take the shit out of him. He will fight for free to beat him up. It's something personal between both of them that I have nothing to do with.
Got it. Anything else for Samson Lewkowicz?
Just wanted to ask Samson, obviously, many years working with Manny Pacquiao, that is. You've been credited for discovering Manny Pacquiao. Just wanted your thoughts on his career now that he's retired after the fight with Yordenis Ugas.
Well, thanks to him, today, it helped me to be who I am now. And after that, it was Sergio Martinez, Jorge Laguna Barrios, when he fought Acelino Freitas, David Benavidez, now the Tower Inferno of Dora. It means every one of them, and I don't want to miss anyone else, like Fortuna, like El Banana Rosario, all these fighters, it make me who I am today. But the first one, it was definitely Manny Pacquiao. But the rest of the people that the boxer that I work, it give me that possibility to be somebody in our industry. And I believe that I'm very pleased of my work and the move that I did, each one of them to have that opportunity to come to be a champion.
All right, Samson, thank you very much. Tell your wife thank you very much. I don't know if you guys celebrate Valentine's Day, but definitely go give the wife some attention and love and enjoy the beach. Enjoy your vacation, my brother. Thank you so much. Ness.
Thank you so much, Samson, for coming on last minute. We always appreciate it. And yes, enjoy your vacation. Tell your wife thank you as well.
Well, let me tell you about that. Valentine's Day is beautiful, but for me and my wife, for the past 50 years, is Valentine's Day.
Oh, beautiful.
Well, Samson, thank you.
I hope I can say the same with my wife. So, you know, I'm going to try to pull some inspiration from you there, following your footsteps.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Samson. Thank you to the wife as well. Once again, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm texting Canna, but I think that the title still should be We Want More Money to fight Andre to fight Canelo than Andre. I don't know, something like that. But you get it. That got to be the title.
No, that's backwards, though.
Yeah, we want more money to fight Andre than we do for Canelo.
Right.
You know, we can't even talk till we get to like 7 milli. A milli. Well, there goes that for all you guys that were excited to see Benavidez Andre. That's not happening. Let me go to CYP.
Yo, goddamn, Samson, you just opened up a whole other argument that we're going to have to defend, because I ain't going to lie, I don't like defending Andre, but I got to defend him on that. That ain't cool. That ain't cool, but I'm going to save that because it's going to be heated. Secondly, when it comes to this Canelo Floyd thing that you brought up, I mean, it was cute. Trying. You know, I be in a public gym every day. I like to be around my people, and I asked people why you was doing your thing. You know, who's bigger? Canelo or Floyd? It wasn't even close. Some of these people didn't even know who Canelo was. But whatever. But let's look at it like this. I remember you said one thing that intrigued me. You said that when he fought Floyd, he brought his own million people to the buy. I said, really? So I looked it up, and I realized that it took Canelo 4 years after that to get his own official million buy fight. 4 years after Floyd to get his own million, but somehow he brought a million to Floyd. But it took him 4 years after that to get a million. I'm confused at all. And anybody who thinks that this Charlo thing is going to stop a fight, understand something. This is not a case where he's going to jail. It's a case where it will be settled because obviously the family member wants some money. So don't worry about nobody missing no time or not boxing. Stop looking for excuses to not have a fight. And J-Mac, me and you going at it, buddy, because I heard you say you don't want to see Canelo fight Charlo. It's going down. Stay tuned. CYP out.
Speaking of J-Mac, counterpunch.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yep.
Hey, I'm not worrying about that lightweight cupcake threat I just got about the back and forth. We've been since day one. You know what my stance is when it comes down to Charlo. Frankenstein, basic as fuck. I don't want to see him in the opportunity when he go get his ass whipped because he's just trying to get a payday. I really called in a counterpunch a few times and give me two of them. I've been asked for a counterpunch before we got PVC, that bullshit on the line. It's not about affording to pay for pay-per-views. It's about affording to pay for bullshit. Boxing has turned into a business more than anything. Before somebody says it's always been a business, they used to have a very competitive edge to the sport where people actually used to want to prove they were the best. And not always allow business to get in the way of it. Nowadays, business is it's so detrimental to the sport. It's not even a sport. It's becoming wrestling. It's fake. It's scripted and what have you. You just heard this man get on the line and say he will fight Canelo, the cash cow, for damn near free, but won't fight a fight that's a harder fight because of the styles. Well, he just said, and he demanded more than $7 million, which ain't realistic because he wouldn't even get $7 million for fighting Canelo. So I'm confused. And I was a big David Benavidez supporter before I heard this bullshit. But if he got a guy like that making business sense for him, I can't support that bullshit. So all this Canelo ducking Benavidez, but he probably, I don't know if he's lying about that, but it sounded like Canelo did because they was offering more money for what he just said. I mean, this guy done flip-flop many occasions. He's been on here with Bill Haney saying he wanted Fortuna. He publicly admitted that he ducked Devin Haney, all that. So I guess I can just charge this one to the game. But the Andrade shit was pathetic. I mean, this dude sitting up here saying that he want way more money for a fight that he's not going to get nothing out of. That don't even make sense. But that shows you how much avoided Andrade has been. I have said many a time, you done had promoters, you done had fight matches come on your show and say nobody wants to fight this dude. What we just heard was another case to prove why Andrade can't get the big fight.
Looks like you just went into a bad service area. Are you still there?
He muted himself.
Well, all right. I just started a new poll, but I think that may be the last caller. I got to double check if we... Oh, did I get dropped off? Let me see. Block Talk is over, so just double check in here. But I did start a new poll, and I'm asking, is Samson pricing his fighter out by asking for more than $7 million to fight Andrade? That is the poll that we just started, because we do need to know, is that a price out? Is that a duck move? Is he protecting his fighter yet again? When Plant wanted to fight, he said now wasn't the time. Now that Plant lost, he says it's the time. Andre wants to fight. He said, that's a tougher fight than Canelo, so we want more money than Canelo. So is he protecting Benavidez?
Man, I don't know, but it was interesting for him to say that no matter what happens, David would look bad in a fight against Andre. So I definitely think, given that he admitted David's made nowhere near that in a fight before, that's a lot. And it's interesting, like, why would you take that and want more for that than for a Canelo fight? But hey,
he said because it's not a fan-friendly fight.
I hear you, but
But I get him though. It's a tougher task. But you get everything to gain in the Canelo fight. That's why they're willing to take less money.
Seven's a lot for Boo Boo.
Seven's a lot for Boo Boo.
The only way I see that happening is like Eddie offering David like a 2-fight deal, like Boo Boo.
I mean, they was offering Boo Boo. I mean, Jamal 7 to fight Boo Boo for unification at 60. David is marketable like a Mojo, right? You would assume DAZN is looking at it like they looked at Mikey, who they gave 7 to fight Delorme and 7 to fight Jesse. Not Delorme. They gave 1.8 to Delorme to fight Jesse and 7 to fight Mikey to fight Jesse. So, it's crazy. But I got Keem in Florida. Are you available? Keem in Florida. Keem in Florida. Going 1 time, 2 times, 1 time. N.O. in New Orleans. N.O. New Orleans.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you a young fella, and he comes from the Magnolia.
Ooh.
What up?
What's happening? What's happening?
What's good?
Ain't nothing, man. Ain't nothing. I'm in the truck. How my audio sound, bro?
You straight.
All right. We're gonna have to belt with me for 1 second. So we got Benavidez. He turning down. He turning down a Boo Boo fight or speculation?
Nah, that's his promoter said they gonna need more than $7 million just to get talking. They can't even talk right there.
What Benavidez said? He made a statement.
Benavidez said he want the fight. He want the fight.
Man, well, he got to overpower his management then, because I don't see why not. I mean, that y'all think that's a 60-40?
I mean, I knew it was going to take a lot of money to get him over there because he's a PBC fighter. You can't just go to DAZN. Like, we've been building your career up. How you just going to dip off on us?
They paying everybody else. They paying why they can't pay Benavidez.
No, I'm not saying
like
I'm not saying they can't pay him. I'm just saying it's a hard move to make when PBC's been building your career on Showtime and PBC. You've been on Earl Spence pay-per-view. Like, now you about to walk for your biggest fight? Because that'll be the biggest fight of his career. Now you walking on us? You gone?
See when you put it like that, and that's now it's making more sense why they would want to like move that way. But it's like what's in Benavidez's best interest? All right, he's not gonna get the boo fight. He gonna take somebody we don't care about. So it's like a fine line you gotta toe. So if Eddie was willing to give Charlo 7, I mean, what they asking for? What they asking for?
Samson said they need $7 million
just to talk. But it's gonna take a lot more than that.
Oh, come on, Ness, man. Nah, I can't. You agree with that?
I ain't agreeing with nothing. I'm like, whoa. I mean, we just finished the interview. I couldn't believe what he was saying. I tried to ask him the question different ways to make sure he was, exactly feeling.
Man, why would they give him more than 7? Like, come on, bro. Like, that's what I'm talking about, Ness, man. Like, he gonna get over 7. All right, we starting at this. Why would he get 7? Now you want 7 just to talk, but it can be like 9 million.
You cutting out.
Everybody's a superstar. Everybody's a rock star these days, man.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. Is the Jake Paul shit? Like, I don't know. Is Jake Paul and them? They messing up. They messing up boxing players. Mayweather. Like, who is it that got all these fighters thinking?
It ain't Jake Paul. It ain't Jake Paul. It got to be Mayweather.
Man, somebody got the numbers mixed up somewhere, man. Because I see a lot of people adding up. Look at Keith Thurman.
Mayweather got these dudes thinking they hot, man. He got these dudes thinking they deserve $20 million.
And look at your man Keith Thurman. He want $10 million to get hurt to the body every round and shit.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? It's like.
Whoa, my man ain't going down though. People going down from them type of body shots. Not my dude.
He ain't go down, but he's spitting out his mouthpiece and
he ain't spit out his mouth. Oh, he ain't spit out his mouthpiece, fans.
The mouthpiece didn't come out next.
Nah. He put it in his hand. He put it in his hand. Spitting it out is what other boxers do when they spit it on the floor to buy time.
If you got a mouthpiece in your mouth and you take it out with your hand. All right, he ain't spit it out.
Nah, because the term spit it out means you spit it on the floor so you could buy time. It's like a little cheap tactic. That ain't what Thurman did though. Thurman showed greatness when he took it out.
So what y'all said Thurman did? He took it out for what? Because he
showed elite level defense. He took out his mouthpiece versus a legend. Elite level defense. Yo.
Level defense.
He took out his mouthpiece versus. He took out his mouthpiece versus a legend who normally kills people.
And then he did it again.
Wasn't no legend. And then he did
right.
Pacquiao ain't no legend.
No, we talking about body.
No, I ain't talking about Pacquiao. Leave Pacquiao out of this.
That's where he did. That's where he did it at. He did it in the Pacquiao fight.
And then he did it in the Barrios fight.
Yeah, that's because he's still hurt from the Pacquiao fight.
Oh, my goodness.
His ribs still bruised. His ribs bruised.
This man come up from 140.
NO, we gonna let you go. You got head. You just not sounding good, NO, because wherever you at in the service area, is you just very, very, very distorted right now. But Keith ain't look vulnerable. You crazy, Carlitos Way. You don't know about boxing, man. My man took out his mouthpiece in an elite level fight. You know, Mario Barrios is a former world champ. He been in there with Tank, and he wasn't able to capitalize on Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? You say he's vulnerable. Why nobody can't capitalize? You know, if you vulnerable to the body, they should stop you to the body. Simple as that. But look, that was all the callers. I think I got a super chat, a few of them actually. Victor Banuelo says, if Charlo or Benavidez defeat Jacobs in their very next fight, they will get all the credit in the world. You know they would. That would be the biggest name on both their resumes. You know it, I know it. And Danny, don't you know it?
I know it.
There you go. Drew Down says, ask him why he never fought Plant. And Samson already answered that. Press rewind. We got Mr. Calderon says, sorry, but pricing yourself out is a duck move. And he's obviously replying to Samson wanting more than $7 million. We got James Benitez in Alabama that says, Samson better not think that the plant fight for free. What? Samson better not think the plant fight for free. Make the fight, but get your cut off course. Of course, is what he meant to say. When are you getting Plant on the show? Yo, I've been trying to get Plant on the show, man. I've been trying, man. We got him to say yes. He even said he was bringing his wife on, but it's a matter of schedulation, man, getting everything right.
Schedulation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
So all comes down to the schedulations, man.
You done with the super chats?
I'm done with the super chat.
I got to read this comment. I'm sorry.
What they say?
Rule from the 504 said, Keith lost to a middle-aged politician. That's stop.
You hating right now. Anybody calling Pacquiao anything other than great, y'all lying right now.
You got anything else, champ?
Damn, Coach Flores, the father and trainer of Gabriel Senior Flores Jr. That was sounding wrong. Senior Jr. But he said inflation's so bad it got 50 Cent out here looking like $5 billion. Like $5 billion. He 50 Cent. You know, he came out fat to the Super Bowl. Yo, we out, man. That's GTO. This man's hating. We got another one from James Benitez who says, Samson talking them big numbers like Benavidez is a title holder now. Andre, the A-side, he moving and will be vacating a belt, not testing positive. Ow. Boomerang from J-Mac, even though you asked, I mean, you told me to give you a counterpunch and add your Boomerang fans, but I'll give you another call, man. I'll give you another call because your service was trash. Are you available?
Because of my what?
Your service.
I'm here.
Your service, remember? You went into like a no service realm.
My nigga get in the studio and now he up as fuck.
Oh,
Okay.
Look at this.
Nah, man. Hey, look, I ain't gotta say much, man. Look, you heard it from the horse's mouth. They tell you how business go down. You want a man say, actually, he said we need way more than $7 million. His word was way more. So, what he gonna get $70 million? I don't know what he was asking for. Like that way more sound like he was way more interested in not fighting him. He complained about the style. He started saying what Andrade won't act right. Like it's a sport. You bring your fighting style, he bring his. Don't complain about what he do and how he do it in the ring. Your fighter and David Benavidez is supposed to walk him down and punch him down, which I thought it was a very much winnable fight for Benavidez. That'd be a hard fight for Andrade to go up and keep him. You got to be in shape. You got to be able to keep the bigger man off him. He got to land effective punches to where David Benavidez got to keep guessing. You got to reset him on angles. You got to pick him apart and decide when to fight in the inside effectively. That's a hard fight for Andrade, but it's very pathetic that we got businessmen controlling the sport. Boxing is becoming wrestling. And Mr. Steal Your Chin, I know you love me. Clown.
People want that money, man. He ain't try. That's what I'm telling you. They ain't trying to just let these guys fight each other. That's why I specifically asked the managerial question with Louis DeCubas. How much of a part does he have? And they said it, man. Well, he said it, and he being Samson, we listen to his advice and recommendations. But I am Nesta Gibbs, Instagram and Twitter. Catch me on the next one. We should be doing Untitled today at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as long as everything goes according to plan. If not, it will be canceled due to Valentine's Day. Danny's girls getting into town. My lady definitely wants us to do something, but it's busy out here. There's no reservations. You can't make any reservations. Like there's nothing to do except go to Trav's house. Yo, we out. You saying something?
Ringwalk Danny on Instagram and Twitter.
Peace. Hold on. Did you end it?
No.
Oh, Coach Myers, what up? Sliding in late.
Nah, I've been in here, man.
Oh, I ain't see that.
Just don't be looking. But anyways, I ain't got much. I think you should get Benavidez on the horn and tell him what his manager, promoter said, and see what his response is. Because some feeling, I think that he don't feel that way. But him putting that out there, that's going to create a whole bunch of different topic conversation for it. So get Benavidez on the horn, man. Tell him what his promoter talking about. He about to get him out of fights for some reason. But that's all I got.
All right. That is it. Peace. Yeah, I mean, Benavidez,